This is Saturday, November 15th. There are 249 days until San Diego Comic-Con 2026. Welcome to SDConCast, the official podcast of the San Diego Comic-Con unofficial blog.
VANUHTEE go. Oh my god, I love LiveJournal, and my LiveJournal loves me. Current mood is hyperactive, current music, Refuse 73. I love the color scheme, it's pink and purple, it looks dreamy.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm your host, James Riley, and joining me on the podcast, as always, Carrie Dixon.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for joining us.
And joining us this morning from the UBlog, Aaron Tapkin.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, so this is the special edition podcast for San Diego Comic-Con 2026 open registration. We will be covering the badge sale as it happens, so buckle in for the ride. We'll take comments and questions during the show. You can tweet us at SD_comic_con or use the hashtag SDConCast, or you can chat in the YouTube live chat. Let's just start talking about things that we can expect for the sale. And I think the first thing is, how much money are you going to be spending, and who wants to cover that?
Erin, do you want to cover that?
No, I can do that. So it's not cheap, of course, to go to San Diego Comic-Con. And this year it's going to cost you, all right, I don't have the page up.
It is
$300.
I know. It's $383. It's $85 for, I believe, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday if you're doing single days, and then $64 for preview night or Sunday. So all those combined add up to $383. Plus, there's a $15 handling fee per person.
That $15 handling fee per person.
Per person. Yep.
So real close to $400 per person if you get everything.
Yes. Yeah. So I want to back up a little bit and just kind of talk, because if this is unlike returning registration, open registration is open for anyone, so long as they have a member ID. And technically, with the way they do the sale now, I think there even is a world like which you could make a member ID like when it's your turn today. That did not used to be the case. But so this could be your first time ever doing this. And if it is, we had a couple people ask, like, am I in the right place? Where you should be right now is the waiting room. And the way that you get there, if you're not already there, is like if you go to Comic-Con site, comiccon.org, and click member ID, it will take you to the waiting room. You should see like a countdown right now. On mine, it says like 26 and a half minutes. Also, please note that there's a slight delay between us and when you see us. So yours might be a little bit sooner than that. But yeah, and so we're all just waiting right now until 9 a.m. Pacific time, at which point they will randomize us all. You can have one session per browser. So like if you've got one on a laptop on Chrome and then another on Firefox, like that's okay. What you don't want to do is open up like 20 within Firefox, because that's not going to work. And the way that you know that they are all unique is you can check the little Qt ID at the bottom of the waiting room. And so long as that does not match another ID that is unique, you are fine. So arriving early does not like grant you a better place in line. We had some questions about that earlier. Again, what's going to happen is at 9 a.m. they're going to randomize everybody. So it doesn't matter if you arrived at 7:31 or if you arrived at 8:59. Like you've got the exact same chance as the other person because it is random. So Aaron, why don't you talk a little bit about what's going to happen here at 9 a.m.?
Yes, at 9 a.m. So you're in the waiting room, and at 9 a.m. they're going to mix us all up and then put us in an order. And your screen will change, and you'll get our favorite little running man or running toucan. And hopefully it'll generate an approximate time for you. For some people, it's going to be 16 minutes. For some people, it's going to be 42 minutes. And some people, it's going to say, a lot of us is probably going to say over an hour. Now, one thing you should know about the time that it gives you, that time is going to fluctuate as they start letting people in. Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we totally can.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
So so your time can fluctuate. So if your time fluctuates, don't panic. Like let's say you're at like 15 minutes and it jumps up to 20. What that does not mean is that like a bunch of people just cut in front of you in line. What that really means is that like either on Peak's end or Comic-Con's end or somebody's end, they can control like the flow of how fast people are getting in. So there might be a reason that like maybe they want to slow down sessions. So like if let's say Saturday badges are about to sell out, they might slow it down so that the people who are getting through, like it has a lower chance of selling out on them in the middle of purchasing. So again, that time can fluctuate. It can go both up, it can go down. Don't panic. Don't panic. So speaking of, if something does sell out on you, because again, inventory is not held in your cart. When you make it through, you have 15 minutes, but until you have like finished purchasing, it is not actually held. So you do want to try to be like relatively quick, especially if Comic-Con or you've heard us talk about like badge inventory is low for a day. They always give warnings, which is great. So you do want to try to be kind of quick, but if unfortunately like a day does sell out on you, what you're going to want to do is over on the right-hand side of your screen, after you've added it to your cart, will be like a recap of your cart. If let's say Saturday sells out, all you have to do then is like click the little red X beside Saturday, and that will remove it from your cart. Because if it's sold out and it's still in your cart, it like won't let you proceed. So just keep that in mind. Aaron, do you want to talk? Actually, James, do you want to talk a little bit about if you are trying to purchase preview night only?
Yes. So preview night has the little extra button it's on the menu bar.
Yeah, I think it's like up at the top.
Yeah, it's up at the top. So if you've already purchased all 4 days, you can click on that little button at the top, and then that is a separate purchase. You still have to add it to cart, just like everything else. Preview night is only available if you have purchased all 4 days. So if you haven't purchased anything yet, you have to make sure you purchase and add to cart all 4 days in the normal manner, and then hit the preview night button to add preview night to your cart. And preview night will be the first thing that sells out, because they do sell fewer tickets of that than anything else. But for a short time during the sale, it will be available. So if you did get everything in returning registration and you just want preview night, when you get in, that's what you're going to do. That button at the top, add preview night, you're good to go.
Yep, exactly. So real quick, we've had a couple questions in the chat. I know you answered this already, but James, are you going to Comic-Con this year?
I am unfortunately not going this year or next year, whatever. But I will be at the blog party. I'll be hanging out. I'm going to try and get down a little early on Sunday and walk around the gas lamp and check things out, and then go to the blog party. So I will be there for the blog party for those of you who attend that.
Yes. And details are all still TBA on the blog party. Like, we have not fully decided on a theme but that will be Sunday night as per usual for our usual kids who like to go. We love you for that. Yes, as you can see, Aaron embraced. I've decided today's Christmas for Comic-Con. So thank you, Aaron, as well, for also putting on a Christmas.
No one told me.
Of course. I was reading between the lines of the gifts on the tweets.
That's right. So we're all going to go spend our cookie dough this morning on some badges, and I think Santa's going to be good to us today. That's the hope here. So yeah. All right. So let's talk the times in which things are going to sell out. So I really should have probably put Open Reg from 2023 on here as well. So last year in total, it took 113 minutes to sell out, which is a little bit longer than normal. It's actually usually almost neck and neck with like returning registration time, which is usually somewhere in the like 90-minute range. So it was definitely a little bit slower last year, but I think that's because like the 2 previous badge sales had not been good. So I think they probably like slowed things down for Open Reg last year to ensure that like that didn't happen again, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So I'm going to read off both the times that things sold out in open registration last year as well as in returning registration last month. So for preview night, that sold out last year in open reg in 42 minutes and 32 minutes in returning registration. So I would expect today to honestly be like somewhere in the middle. Saturday last year during open reg was 64 minutes and it was 65 minutes last month. So basically the same. Friday was 75 minutes last year and 70 minutes last month. Thursday was 106 minutes last year. So that we see a big jump there because last month it only took 84. So that's 22 minutes more. And then Sunday last year took 113 minutes versus 89 last month. So yeah, like I said, I think this is going to be somewhere in the middle there. Like my guess is somewhere between like 95 to 110, but we'll see.
Now, do you think it was much longer in open last year because they just have slightly more tickets in open registration than returning?
So, like I said, I really should have. I can just look it up. Can I? Hold on. My guess here is that I think they just slowed it down last year because it's not normally that long. Let's look at 2023
because there were issues with the sale in returning.
Correct.
And so they wanted to make sure things were all going smoothly, so they didn't go as fast.
Yeah. So like here, I'm reading from the 2023 recap. Traditionally, Thursday and Sunday sell out at roughly the same time, and that was still true this year. Thursday sold out in 73 minutes, so that's like way shorter.
Way shorter.
And Sunday sold out at 74. So yeah, like I said, I think they slowed things way down last year because the previous couple of sales had just had several issues. So I think they were just trying to avoid that.
Right.
So I think it would probably be closer to Ret Reg time. Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of issues might people have?
It changes every time.
Let's cover the one that's right from the beginning, and that's people who are getting the blank screen.
Yes.
Yeah. So this happened last time, and it's actually happening today as well, but they got smarter about it. So on some devices, what they have is like they have a background image like on the website, and on some devices that will load, and on some it won't. During returning registration, this was a way bigger deal because the screen behind that image was white. So do you know what you can't read very well is white text on a white screen when that like overlay did not load. So that's kind of a problem. Like if you want to read the page, it didn't wind up like affecting anything beyond that, but it definitely made people nervous. Today, I noticed like I have two computers. On one, like it has a nice, pretty black background image of like the beautiful windows at the convention center. And then on my other, that image did not load, but they got smarter because the background behind that is black. So even without that image, you can actually read white text on a black screen. So maybe you have the convention center windows, maybe you have just a black screen, but you can at least read it either way this time. So yay. Yeah.
Good for them for changing something.
Yes. So that was good and that was smart. Yeah, as far as common issues, unfortunately, like it's not like the same thing happens every time. Like sometimes people get kicked out of the line for whatever reason when it's their time. Sometimes like it will freeze. Some years like they've gotten like 504 errors. It really just depends. So our hope, as always, is that like there are no issues. But if there are, what should you do, Erin?
First of all, you should probably take a screenshot for sure. That's the first thing you want to do. If you have any issues at all, take a screenshot just in case. And then you're going to want to contact Comic-Con.
Which you can do, go onto their site and they have a contact form.
They have a contact form, yes. Via their contact form. on the website.
Yep. So that is the single best thing that you can do if you do run into any kind of issues. Again, hopefully you don't. Hopefully today is smooth sailing. So fingers securely crossed.
And as a reminder, who can purchase today?
So anyone can purchase today, really.
Unless
you have all badge days. Can you I forget this every single year. Can you will it not even let you log in to purchase for others if you already have all 4 day plus preview night? I know. Yeah,
I don't have all day plus preview night yet, so I
don't either because we're press.
I don't know.
So,
yeah. So I can't even check. I don't even know. Perhaps somebody in the chat maybe.
Yeah, if anyone has a better memory than Aaron or I, please set the record straight. What I do know, though, is if, let's say, you are in a scenario like we talked about earlier, where you have one window up in Chrome, one window up in Firefox. If you make it through on both of those, let's say you make it through on Chrome first and you purchase for your 3 people. If you then make it through on Firefox and you have additional people you need to purchase for, do not use the same login. Either you need to contact a friend who you're trying to purchase for and be give me your login or something else. Because if you try to use that same login and it is already purchased today, you can't buy multiple rounds today using the same login. That is absolutely a problem. That will get flagged. Those could be canceled. Don't do that.
All right, let's go through some of these questions that are stacking up here in the chat. Sure. Be Kind asks, can you buy just preview night without buying any other days? They're volunteering for the other days, so they only need preview night. Unfortunately, no, you have to purchase all 4 other days before preview night becomes an option for purchase. Yes. Mike Becker asks, good luck. Quick question. If you have preview night, can you log in to buy? Which is what we were just answering. You can log in according to the Pot Baron says, yes, you can still log in and purchase for others, even if you have all days.
As long as you're not purchasing for you under your your member ID. As long as you're using somebody else's member ID to purchase for them.
And then, yes, Bruno asks, what happens if you got everything but preview night and want to get that as well as a badge for a friend, but preview night is sold out by the time I'm let in? Can I still go in to buy the badge for my friend?
If preview night is sold out, it is sold out.
Right, but since you didn't get preview night, you can still log in and buy for someone else.
Yes.
So you
just not preview night, but yes. Yeah. No, the system's not going to be you only needed preview night and Saturday, and those 2 are sold out. We're not going to let you log in to purchase anything at all. No, it's not. It's not going to do that. I'm positive of that. Yeah. So before we get started here, do we want to address the elephant in the room, which is hotels? They are a-changing. Yeah.
Yeah, let's lightly touch on that just to get everybody's heart rate really sky high before things go live.
Yeah, let's stress you out before the badge sale. So if you did not hear, the hotel, there's 2 to 3 hotel sales for Comic-Con, depending on how you look at it. There's Early Bird, which is for non-downtown hotels. Those are non-refundable. That has not opened yet. That typically opens up in December or January, that kind of time frame. There's basically no changes to that process. However, for the general hotel sale, which is the sale that includes downtown hotels, that is completely changing. So the way that it's worked the last several years is we enter a waiting room, and then just like we're in today, and then if and when selected, you are taken to a form that you fill out with your hotel preferences, and then you wait a week, and then they assign you a hotel, and you can either claim it or not claim it, etc. So that's the way that it's worked for the last however many years. This year, it will be live inventory, which means after you get chosen from that waiting room, you will be taken to a page that has actual live bookable inventory. You're going to grab your hotel room. You're going to go ahead and pay for your 2 nights deposit right then and there. Here's where it gets tricky is it's not held until you finish processing. So what I know stresses us out is the concept of like, let's say you want the Bayfront. Okay. So you go to the Bayfront first, you put in your info, you hit process card, and then it says, sorry, this is sold out. So you go back to find another hotel. And then this time, maybe you're at, I don't know, like, give me another hotel name.
Like, the Marriott.
The Marriott. Okay. So you go to the Marriott, same thing happens. That sells out on you as well. Go back again. Now you're like a mile out. That sells out on you. Like now you're in Mission Valley. So that can absolutely happen. And it definitely makes us nervous. It definitely scares us a little bit. Because I think everybody just, there's pluses and minuses for sure in this system. Like under the old system, it was absolutely like a lot of people would get assigned rooms that they didn't necessarily want. Yeah. So in this case, like you are theoretically like only purchasing a hotel that you have chosen, even if like it may not be your first choice, but at least like you were choosing a hotel from the live inventory. But it just makes me nervous. I really hope that they let people through slowly
and steadily. I hope they don't do it in the middle of a Wednesday or a weekday, because it sounds like it's a process that could. That could take several hours.
I think they will. I mean, honestly, like I would be happier if it took several hours, because I think that would mean they were letting people through like insanely slow, so that it was less likely to sell out. But I think it's going to be more like the live inventory of the last few years, where like it's not really that slow. And rooms absolutely sell out on people during like the live inventory sale. So the other big change this year is that traditionally there's like a refund date for deposits. That's not going to be the same this year. So that also means like if you and a friend are both trying for a hotel and you both get through around the same time, like you better be communicating, because like if I grab a hotel and Aaron grabs a hotel, then like it's not great. If you do wind up in that kind of a situation or anything like that, make sure you give On Peak a call. They do have really good customer service. Like you can actually call and get a hold of real human beings. They've always been super helpful. So if you do run into any kind of issues like that, like please make sure you reach out to them. On Peak customer support, like I said, is awesome.
And I'm sure we'll have more information coming from Comic-Con as it gets closer. Like we said, this
absolutely
their verbiage says it'll happen in spring. So we've got time yet before this general sale. And if you're like Dion, our friend Dion, who does early bird, this does not apply to you. So this isn't anything to do with early bird. This is just the general. If you want something closer.
Yes. So I do want to address one thing. Joseph Hansa said, might as well let us book with the hotels directly. So you can. Almost all these hotels do have their own like direct booking system, but you're going to be paying significantly more. Like when we say significantly,
you're not
more,
paying their
those hotels
like $600 to $1,000 a night. Yes. One of the greatest things that Comic-Con does is they are adamant about like not signing with the city until as many hotels as possible have signed on to have low rates for Comic-Con attendees. So this is the best way to get the best rate. And unfortunately, it's truly just a matter of supply and demand. Like I don't envy anyone at Comic-Con or On Peak for any of this, because there's just more attendees who want a room downtown specifically than there are rooms downtown. Like there is no system that is ever going to solve that. So they're trying something new. I sincerely hope that it works out. I have anxiety about it, but I sincerely hope that it goes well. So we shall see. Okay. But yeah, honestly, Comic-Con rates are some of the best rates that you can get. If you've ever traveled to San Diego during a different kind of season and you've tried to get some of those hotels, you've seen that, you can pay more than Comic-Con rates sometimes, especially when there's stuff going on downtown, which there's always stuff going on downtown.
There's always stuff.
Always something.
Yeah. All right. So it is like roughly 4.5 minutes until 9 a.m. when the great randomization will happen. So, James, why don't you talk a little bit again about what's going to happen here in 4-ish minutes?
All right. So in 4-ish minutes, we will be taken as a group. Everyone who's in the waiting room will be thrown into a pool, and we're going to be randomized, and then they will start selecting a certain number of people at the same time to go in and start purchasing. You will have the dancing toucan show up on your screen. He will be moving across the screen like the old Hewitt Running Man. Same thing. And you will get a time or a more than an hour on your time. And just for reference, the time is just an estimate. The time may fluctuate up and or down because as they let people in or slow down letting people in, the times will expand or shrink as we get closer to wherever you are in line. You will always have the same place in line no matter what time it says. It's just that sometimes the time will change based on the speed of entry into the portal.
So, real quick to jump back, Misinformation 27 in the chat asked, do you think they will allow hotel transfers if someone is willing to pay the original purchaser the deposit amount? So that's the way it's always worked, is just call on peak, and they've been, you can typically change the name and the email address on it. So I don't think anything's really changing with that side of things. Again, just if you have any kind of issues during all this, just make sure you call on peak, and they're great. So, all right. It is almost time. So before we start, we just want to say good luck to everyone. I have a really good feeling about today. Hopefully, I'm gonna knock on wood, but hopefully this all goes really well and everybody gets exactly what they want.
Which is,
Hopefully
we understand.
Everybody's...
Yeah, we understand. Let's not be too negative, but we understand that not everybody will get something, but hopefully it goes smoothly and you are able to, someone in your group is able to get in and everyone has a good time and there's no massive amounts of errors. Let's everything run smooth.
Yes. Always the biggest concern. So, all right. So let's talk real quick again about the time.
I was just going to say, we got some people that are boo that toucan. Bring back the little running dude.
I'm telling you, like, it's so cute, but I'm like, it does not make you feel warm and fuzzy about the toucan.
No,
like, it makes you like, hey,
makes me like shake my finger and oh, you toucan.
I know, like, God, what faster toucan.
You see him at Comic-Con itself, and you're like, that dude.
You're like, that dude, my nemesis.
I know. So, all right, real quick, let's talk times for sellout again. So the first thing that will sell out is preview night. It didn't sell out until 42 minutes last year and 32 minutes last month. So pretty much for the first like 30 minutes, like, don't even stress. Yeah. You should be good. Here in just a little bit, when they let people through, it usually takes a couple of seconds for them to randomize us, but then people do start getting through pretty quickly. So hopefully we start hearing about that quickly. So, yeah.
30 seconds.
And if this is your first time, like ever, and you're joining us, thank you for joining us, letting us share this process with you. Good luck to everybody. New folks, old folks, returning folks.
Real quick, Corey asked, does it matter how fast I enter my info, credit card, and whatever, or are my tickets safe and held for 15 minutes?
Tickets are not held. Tickets will not be held in your cart. You want to be swift, but you also want to be accurate, of course. But no.
I got my dancing toucans already
here.
up.
Toucans here. Good.
Toucans here. Yep, I don't have any times yet on mine.
No times.
So, like I said, it usually takes like a minute or so for them to randomize everybody, but here pretty soon we should start seeing like 15 minutes, more than an hour, like whatever your status is. So yeah, we're off to the races.
All right. It says I'm in
Yes,
the queue.
and real quick, as Marissa in the chat just pointed out, more than an hour is common to see for a while, and that's entirely true. Yeah, I do have times down on most of mine.
If you see more than an hour after an hour, then that's usually a sign that you might be out of luck for the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it'll say more than an hour on almost everyone, like to start, and then it'll start going down here quickly. Yeah.
All right, we've got a report. Again, 11 minutes for Sean N. 11 minutes is very good.
Yeah.
Some folks don't have time yet. I do not have time on mine yet.
More than an hour.
Mine just updated. More than an hour.
Yep.
7 minutes
over here. 7 minutes. Ooh.
Eva has 7 minutes.
Are Aaron and I going to race to the last place again?
The last place.
So again, I just want to stress for everybody like panicking right now that like almost all of ours say more than an hour. They will go down. Like they will absolutely go down. So don't stress. Like it is way too early to be stressed. I promise.
We have a report of 2 minutes.
That
DMP
is
Productions.
awesome.
Amazing. All right. And once again, I just want to remind people not to panic if your time goes up.
Yes, your time will fluctuate. Like that's not
it'll go up and it'll go down. Nobody's jumping in line in front of you. That's not happening. They're just closing the gate a little bit to let fewer of us through.
Yep. Bob Sushi asked, where do you guys see a time? So underneath the toucan, it should say expected arrival time on the website and then give you a time. So 19 minutes. That's good.
5 minutes, 7 minutes. This is good. Some people are getting decent times. If you've been able to log in and purchase, we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting question. I don't think that this is a thing, but on Twitter, Leslie asks, is there insurance to purchase in case of a medical emergency for attendees?
No, not to my knowledge. However, so Comic-Con does allow refunds on badges up through, I'd have to look, but I want to say like May 15th, somewhere around there. And honestly, like, even if it's after that, if you have a legitimate reason, like you just said, like medical issues or like a death in the family or something like that, just contact Comic-Con. If you have a legitimate reason, everything that we have heard is that they have been very understanding and lenient in the past on extending that. So, yeah. For the badges, at least. Hotels is another story. But, yes.
Yeah. David Dominguez, if we have more than an hour, are we cooked? You'll be most likely cooked for preview night. You could be cooked for Saturday, but probably not for Friday, Thursday, Sunday. You'll still get days.
Preview I don't know that I agree with that. I don't know that I even agree with that. So? I feel like
you think it'll be less.
So I think if right now yours says more than an hour, again, I think those times will drop. Like I feel like in almost every sale, like sometimes it'll say more than an hour, then it'll like suddenly say like 42. You know, so
that's true. They will go down swiftly sometimes.
Yes. So
that
I just think
happened.
it's way.
Well, I wouldn't give up. You wouldn't give up hope.
Early. I would absolutely not give up hope. It is entirely too early to like be stressed or give up hope. Like just stay in there. You never know. Like I said, we have absolutely had like times that say like more than an hour and it winds up being like 35 minutes. So don't panic.
And that, that can happen because, if 4 people in a group are all trying and the first one gets through, they get their tickets and then the other people drop out of the line because they don't the friend got them the tickets, then there's 3 less people in line in front of you.
Yep.
The Soul of Toki asked, if you purchase some days on early registration and fill in the other days today, can you still qualify for preview night? As long as it is available, yes. As long as you have purchased all 4 days, either in either sale, preview night will be available for you to purchase, as long as it does not sell out.
Yep. And as we say, as several people are saying in the chat, and as we say every time, like, there is also no such thing as a bad day at Comic-Con. Like, and honestly, like, the best thing about having a day is that you are eligible for returning registration next year, which gives you a second and better chance of getting badges, purely because there's fewer people trying. So
yep,
your odds go up when you're fighting against less people.
Christopher Flores asked, what are the benefits of preview night?
What are the benefits?
Night. So basically the only thing to do on preview night is the floor. So they used to do like pilot screenings in Ballroom 20. Shout out to Tommy. But they haven't. That's been very inconsistent over the last few years, and I kind of feel like that's a thing that's not really there anymore. But it's your chance to shop the floor early. So if you want to go grab that exclusive and get it out of the way, like, you can do that. If you want to hit up like some of the mid-sized vendors and like just cross off a bunch of stuff from your to-do list, like, so that you don't have to do that later in the week, like, it's basically just an extra chance to go shop the floor again with fewer people. We love preview night, and honestly, like, I typically, like, that's my night to wander Artist Alley. Like, you don't have to be after exclusives. It's just like, you get to start Comic-Con early. Who didn't want to do that?
Especially for people who like to attend panels or do offsites and just like mix up a lot of other things. Preview night is your chance to do it without any other conflicting things. So it gives you the chance to actually see the show floor that you may not see on the other days if you do those things.
Yep.
It's still a little crowded. It's not like it's half empty. It's still pretty crowded. It's just that
it's absolutely crowded, but it's fewer people than there would be on another day.
Yeah.
Any reports of folks getting through yet? I'm not seeing anything on Twitter.
I did see a few replies on Twitter that Gavin says got through immediately and got all 5 nights.
Nice.
Saw someone else with like a 7 minute or an 11 minutes. So yeah, there's people getting in.
Yes.
Excellent.
And I see several of you with good wait times. So that is fantastic news. But again, if yours does still say more than an hour, it is way too early to panic. We are only 8 minutes into the sale. And in fact, look, I said it. This said more than an hour 2 minutes ago. Now it says 33 minutes. So the times definitely go down.
On Twitter, Pop Culture Weasel says, my first time going it got through and all badges bought in less than 5 minutes. Feels suspiciously too easy.
Ooh, yeah. You're going to be spoiled. Very spoiled.
You are spoiled.
Very spoiled.
Yep. So,
and that small, or maybe not so small, group of people that have been trying for more than 5 years are just like shaking their fist at, like, why?
Yeah. It's just the nature of the draw. Like, that's the whole point of randomization, is it is random. So yeah. Again, seeing some really good times here. Alicia's got 14 minutes. Reeves has 31. So the first thing that will sell out, as happens every time, is going to be preview night. Again, last year that took 42 minutes to sell out, but I still think they were letting people through very slowly in last year's sale. So it took 32 minutes in returning registration last month. And I would assume that the real time today is probably going to be closer to that returning registration time, but we shall see. Now my thing says 26 minutes. Again, like, it's not consistent. Like, Their estimates are.
Time is a construct.
Yes.
Johnny Oliva says 2-minute wait, luckiest year yet. And Ben David said always feels like there's a bunch of monkeys plugging connections on and off, laughing out loud. That's probably about right.
Yep. Oh no. So Commer55 said, I supposedly got in at 7 minutes and immediately bounced me back to over an hour. Didn't take a screenshot of the entering message. So even if you didn't take a screenshot, I would still reach out to Comic-Con. Like, they may not be able to do anything about that, but you never know. So it's always it never hurts.
I'd just like to say, Santiago, you can go to sleep now. You have joined the chaos for a few minutes.
Yes. Go to sleep. Enjoy
You're on vacation.
Your vacation.
Oh, enjoy your vacation. Jeez. Oh, here's one. Ben asked, how many people are waiting? We don't know. The last time we had a number was 2013, when the company that was running the queue, the entry into the portal, announced that, or made a post about how there was, I think it was 900,000 individual hits to the website in the first minute of the 2013 open registration sale. So we have basically assumed that that number is fairly consistent every year, and about 1 million people are trying every year. It could go down, it could go up. We don't know, but that's our only number that we know.
Yeah.
I am still at more than an hour, and I have no blue.
I have more than an hour, but I got a sliver. I got a little bit of blue. Just
All
moved
right.
one notch.
I'm the unlucky one today.
All right.
Congrats.
So several people who got through. So yes, we love that. Excellent. Raymond asked, do some folks cheat and have multiple accounts? I mean, you can't really like cheat in this because, again, like, yeah, I mean, you just can't really cheat in this. Like, it recognizes if you have multiple sessions open within the same browser. So again, like, you could have one in Chrome, one in Firefox, one in, I don't know, like Edge, whatever other browsers are out there.
Opera.
Or like, you could have like multiple computers. To me, I don't consider that cheating. Maybe you feel differently, but beyond that, like, so long as you have, like, if I'm trying for, let's say I have a group of 10, like, so long as I am not logging into the same account, if I get 2 screens through, like, you can absolutely, like, purchase. But again, all that really is just, like, ask my friend, like, hey, what's your login so I can buy your badge? I don't consider that cheating. Maybe you do. Netscape. There we go. There's a word I haven't heard in a long time. Dio says they're asking if people have multiple Comic-Con member IDs with the same name. I mean,
I suppose someone could try.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, someone somewhere probably does, but, like, I don't think it's, 1, a widespread issue, and 2, Comic-Con is usually very good about, like, trying to weed out that kind of nefarious actions. So even if you do it, like, there's no guarantee that, like, you're not going to get caught. And again, I just don't think that's a widespread issue. Do I need to log in again to purchase? So if you are talking about, like, you logged in, like, before the sale even started, when you are quote unquote chosen, yes, you will be taken to a screen and asked to log in.
Fred asked, does multiple windows in the same browser affect your chances? Yeah, you're only allowed one window in the same browser.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have multiple tabs open in the same browser,
It's not going to work.
No, they're all going to be just the same, aren't they?
Yeah. Again, you can tell because at the bottom of your like screen, it has what's called a Qt ID. It's labeled that. If they say the same thing, like it's just the same session in a different tab.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Preview night running low is
All
what
right.
Caesar said. Did Comic-Con tweet that?
It may be the message. I haven't
yeah.
seen it change yet, though.
Mine hasn't changed, of course.
No. And they're usually very good about tweeting. So I don't know about that. That would also be very early in this sale. If that
It would be.
Will the page change when all badges are sold out? Eventually, but you can absolutely like get taken through like when it's all sold out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll just tell you like, sorry.
And you should also see tweets. I mean, they have been. They're pretty good about that. They were great about that during returning registration. So
yes, they're normally very good about that. And if you were listening to this, guess what? We will also tell you when it sells out. Yes. So yeah.
Zach Rivera says they are our first timer. They had 6 different browsers on different devices and got their tickets. So yay. First timer. That's great to hear.
Love that.
Kim asks, can I refresh if I've got a spinning wheel?
Do you have a spinning wheel on during your wait time, or is it after and you've already gotten in? I'm not sure if it matters, but I'm just curious at what point they got the spinning wheel.
But if you are on this main screen, it refreshes for you. So no, you do not want to hit the refresh button.
No, do not refresh.
Felipe asked at approximately 54 minutes, what are my chances of getting Friday and Saturday? I think
good.
At this point, they're
yeah. So let's go over the times again. So preview night again last year sold out in 42 minutes, but we still think they were letting people through slower last year. So it sold out in 32 minutes last month. I think it'll be closer than that. Saturday last year sold out in 64 minutes and 65 minutes last month. So I think that's probably about right. Friday last year, 75 minutes versus 70 last month. Thursday took 106 minutes last year versus 84 last month, and Sunday was 113 last year versus 89 last month. So yeah,
and we are at 19, almost 20 minutes in right now.
Yep.
So we would expect preview night to possibly start running low or to sell out within the next 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah,
you'd think.
Yep.
AJ asked if you get an email confirmation with order number. Is that it? Am I done? That's it.
That's it. You're done.
You're done. You're done.
You're done. You're done until you got to make sure your address is correct and the badges have shipped, which won't be until when is that, Carrie? Have badges shipped yet?
No, they have not, guys. They don't ship until like mid-June. It's the same every year. So yes. Shout out to our friend Meg, who made me a bracelet last year that said YDBS, and I was like, "This is when do badges ship?" I know what this stands for. Thank you. Again, Matthew Mendez asked, does multiple tabs encourage or does it not help? Don't do multiple tabs within the same browser. It's not going to work. It's not going to do anything. Don't
use use one tab per browser.
Yes.
Yeah. And Santiago got his preview night badge. Damien got Santiago, so Santiago can officially go to sleep now.
Woo!
earlier, Dee asked, how does booking hotels work with Comic-Con? At some point, we will probably talk about that during a slow time, but it's changing this year, so it's a bit more involved. So we will probably mention, we've already, if you don't hear us talk about it, you can always rewind this because we talked about it in the first half hour.
Yes. And let's talk a little bit about when the cards will be charged and
yes.
the payment process.
Yes, that is a great point. So the way that payment works these days is there's two ways the payments can be hit. So obviously, like when you check out here, you do put in credit card information, but it is not hit immediately. Instead, there's two things. You can either do nothing, and within like 72 hours, they will go ahead and just hit that card for the order. However, if let's say I'm purchasing badges for me, James, and Aaron, but I don't necessarily want to put like almost $1,200 on my credit card. Like maybe I want James to pay for his badge and Aaron to pay for hers. That is now an option these days. So what you will do is after the sale has ended, this will turn back into the regular member ID system. And at that point, you can log in and each individual person can go ahead and pay for their own badge. So there's instructions for how to do that on our visual guide, or we will tweet the instructions again, and I will make sure that I also put it on Blue Sky and Facebook, which I don't normally do. But that is an option if you don't want everything to go onto one person's card. Again, you don't have to do that. You can do nothing, and it will just like hit the card that you entered within 72 hours. If you do want each person to pay for their own, honestly, I would do it today, because sometimes like it's sooner than the 72 hours that they hit the card. And like, once they've done that, this is no longer an option. So yeah, it's a super nice option. We love that they offer it. Yeah.
It's not the easiest process, but our step-by-step guide will help.
Yeah. A friend of mine went in and paid for hers, like, I think early in the third day, you know, and it would have been charged within a few hours, and there was still time to do it. It just seems a little random whether it's like on day 2 or day in like near the end of the 72 hours.
For sure. Yes.
I still have no blue on mine. He's just gonna hang out there at the starting line, just like, peace out, guys. I'm just gonna sit here.
You two can just does not want to fly.
Never does.
Yeah.
Poor James.
So
I mean, I'm not trying for a badge. I'm just having it open so I can see the messages and stuff.
Yeah.
But still, like the competitive side of you is always like,
I know, right?
Win.
I want to be good too. I want something fun and movement. Yep. Something.
So mine still says more than an hour. I have about a wingspan worth of blue behind it. So there is some blue. He has moved, but it does still say more than an hour.
I think I see like this much blue. I got to get really close and peer at it. Oh, that's
all
funny.
right. And we are almost 25 minutes into the sale. We would be expecting preview night to sell out between 30 and 45 minutes.
Yeah. So my guess is that here relatively soon we will for real here. The preview night inventory is running low, but for right now, especially if you've got like a low time, like you should be good. However, because it can sell out on you, like let's say you have like 5 minutes or 4 minutes like left on your timer, like I would hurry when you get through. Like don't dawdle. Like you want to try to get that out as soon as possible at this point.
Swift but accurate.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely don't dilly dally.
That's a fun word.
It is a fun word.
And you know, it's a New York Times spelling bee word too. You can. It's actually one that they let you use. I use it I try to get it every time. Dilly dally.
So it's funny the message in the cube updated to talk about when badges ship.
All right, real quick. So for the fun
They're
of gaming, how do you buy for just preview night on the page to buy and I'm confused? I'm assuming that you have already purchased the other 4 days in returning registration. So preview night is the only thing you need to add today. It's up in the top. And there should be a thing that says, I think, like buy preview night. If you have not already purchased preview night, this is your first time getting through, you have to add all 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then once you've added those to the cart, it will take you to another page and ask you if you want to add on preview night. So, yeah.
So if you haven't already purchased or aren't in the process of purchasing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you will not get the option. You cannot buy just preview night by itself. You have to either already have those 4 days or be in the process of purchasing those 4 days.
Yep, exactly. All right, well, I'm at 2 minutes.
Oh, boy.
So here in a minute, I'm going to...
Andy reminds us that dilly-dallying leads to shenanigans.
That's right.
True.
We love a good shenanigan, though.
Yep.
All right, cool. For the fun of gaming says they got it, thanks to where the preview night is.
Good. Okay.
Good.
And
all right, well,
James, do you want to?
1 minute.
Yeah. Oh, well, you better step out.
I'm going to pop off.
Okay.
Yes. So see you in a sec.
Yes. I think you might want to repeat your sad news of attending Comic-Con. There's a question in the chat about it.
Oh, there is?
Adrian
so I will...
Got your tickets. Yes.
I will not be attending Comic-Con this year, unfortunately. I am still on hiatus from Comic-Con, but I will be down on Sunday. I'm probably going to try and get there early, wander around the gas lamp and see all the fun stuff for myself, and then head to the blog party on Sunday night, of which there are no details available as of yet.
The only detail is that there will be one.
Yes, there will be a blog party.
Yes. We're seeing a report in the chat that somebody says preview night is sold out. I'm not seeing any tweets or notifications in. I guess.
Yes, the badges will run you $383 for everything and a $15 handling fee, which adds up to $398.
And Damien reminds us that if you're only purchasing preview night for someone else, you have to click preview night only option before ID and last name. So if that person already has all 4 nights and you're just getting them the preview night, you're going to have to tick that little box. All right.
Signed in at the dashboard, but it's blank. Where do I choose my tickets? I never saw this in the past. That is, I don't know, screenshot.
Yeah.
If you were waiting and got through on the queue page, then that is something that you will have to see if Comic-Con can help you with. I don't know. At this point, after you take a screenshot, you may want to refresh and see if it reloads anything.
And yes, I do have my tickets, Adrian. We'll be there. All 4 nights. And preview night. Michael Turnwall bought tickets, then clicked the yellow back button to buy more and got kicked out. Did you get kicked out all the way back to the queue? And when you want to, as a reminder to everybody, not just Michael, you'll want to go to the Comic-Con website and you want to use their contact me form to contact them.
Yep. Fabio, when do you get charged? Within the 72 hours after the sale ends. And of course, if you bought for others, they can go in once the sale is over to their own member ID and put their own credit card in and pay for themselves. But if no one does that, then all of the tickets that you put on your purchase will get charged within 72 hours.
Usually just a little less than 72 hours, I think is what.
The note on the message says, if you find yourself removed from the waiting room at any point, simply return to our member ID portal to rejoin. As long as you're using the same device and browser, you'll be placed back into the same random group you were initially assigned, ensuring your chance of selection remains unaffected. So if you do get kicked out, just head back to the main member ID page, and it should let you back in exactly where you were.
Okay.
But again, screenshot everything as you go.
Yes. Mintron says they just got through. They already had 4-day badges, and they picked up preview night for themselves and 2 others. So as of just a moment ago, preview night is still available. We're at
Blue
31
Bitter
minutes
Coffee
in.
asks, mine went from 33 to 55 minutes. Why? Most likely because
there's
they
so many
slowed
reasons.
down letting people in. And, you know, or if the current group is taking a long time to purchase, or they're not like checking out quickly, they will not let more people in. And then the time extends for how long? For everybody. It's not just you. Everybody now, you're still the same spot in line. Don't worry about that. It's just sometimes the times will change to make it longer or seem longer, but everyone's still in the same place in line.
And sometimes that can also correlate with something is going to sell out. So they're slowing, they're closing the gates a little bit to let fewer people through. So they have not tweeted yet, and they have not updated the message.
Yeah.
On the
and that's a good thing.
yet.
That's a good thing. That allows
thing.
everybody who's in there
Right.
to finish their purchases before. That way, you know, you don't have a bunch of unhappy people who get in there, see the preview night or whatever it may be, click the purchase, and then when they're checking out, it's gone. There's fewer of that. There's less of that happening if they slow it down when sellouts are near.
Yep. No, and Jabby Jab has mentioned people cheating with bypass links. There's no concrete evidence of that. There's isolated reports of it, but
also Comic-Con has been in the past been able to determine how you access the page and canceled your tickets.
Yes.
And that's all tickets purchased on that particular access. So if you're not doing it legitimately, there's a very good chance the tickets will get canceled.
Yes. Hinky stuff is not tolerated. If they catch it, no good. But yeah, don't worry too much if your time has recently bounced up. It could bounce back down.
Camden asks, how long can we cancel? I think that the refund date for refunding your badges is in May. So you do have
like
some
the
time.
Middle of May.
Yeah.
And back to the cancellation portion, Iron Souls also mentions that they they could cancel the member ID forever. That is entirely possible too at their discretion.
It is May 7th.
May 7th. Okay.
Okay. Adrian asks, how long have you guys been going to Comic-Con? I think Carrie's been going since 2010, right?
2010 for me. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, I think mine was 2006.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly.
My first one was 1994, so I went for 30 years in a row before I skipped last year.
Yeah, I know.
Incredible.
I know, it's so funny. You guys like make me feel like the baby of the group. Like, gee, I've only been
the baby of the group.
Yeah, I when I hit 25 years, I'm like, okay, I can skip. If I need to skip, I can skip. And that took me 5 years to finally decide that I could skip a year. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to skip another year and save some money.
There you go.
Save some vacation time too.
And vacation time, yeah.
Vacation time
we're
to something else.
We're not letting James go completely. Like he has to be at the party.
Yes, I'll be at the party.
Fellow MC.
I'm gonna stay the host of the podcast as well, as long as Carrie wants me to be here. I will continue hosting
I'm not
and
kicking you out,
being in.
man.
Yeah, I'm
not
gonna be
kicking you
here.
out.
I still love Comic-Con. It's just, sometimes you have to make decisions, and those decisions mean no more fun at Comic-Con for a little while. We'll see.
So we are currently at 35 minutes into the sale, and Comic-Con has not said that preview night is running low yet. Now they might hear in 2 seconds, but they haven't yet. So maybe we are closer to last year's timing, but we shall see.
Pop Baron asked an interesting question. Do we think the con will stay in San Diego or move in a couple years? Honestly, from everything I've seen over the years, the only reason Comic-Con will ever move out of San Diego is if the hotels force the issue and do not agree to lower prices and try and stick it to Comic-Con and not agree for whatever it is. Another city that does work well with their hotels and their tourism board may claim Comic-Con, but I think that San Diego is doing a very good job of putting the thumb to the hotels and forcing them to keep into the program.
It brings so much money into the city.
Yeah,
so much money.
And the hotels just, I think the hotels forget that if Comic-Con leaves, so does this amazingly profitable week.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you may not make 3 times the amount of money, but guess what? 3 times 0 is 0.
Absolutely. And again, I want to stress that, I truly think among the best things that Comic-Con does is fight so hard, for these hotel rates.
Yes.
Yes. I know sometimes we're a little bit hard on Comic-Con, but I am so incredibly grateful that they are passionate about keeping those rates as low as they possibly can for attendees, about making sure that that's part of their agreement to stay in the city. Because truly, guys, without that, these hotels can and do charge $1,000 a night.
Yeah, they'll charge as much as they can get. It's
absolutely
based on demand.
So thank you very much, Comic-Con, for caring about that.
Yeah. So I do finally have a noticeable blue. I think I've got a 1/4 inch now, roughly. But I'm still more than an hour, of course.
Mine has updated to say 10:42 a.m. So my estimated wait time is now 46 minutes.
Yep.
Felipe asked, hotel prices last year were abusive. Any tips on where to stay to save some bucks? I mean, the further away you stay, the cheaper it gets.
Yeah.
So if you don't need to stay in downtown, you can stay somewhere on the trolley line 20, 30 minutes away and probably pay half as much.
Or Comic-Con has a free shuttle, so that goes to the airports of Mission Valley. So yeah.
Preview night inventory is running low.
Okay.
JJ asked, back in the 90s, what was the process for tickets and badges? It was basically you could walk up to a booth at the con itself and buy for next year because they never sold out. It wasn't until
you could literally walk up to the door on the day of and buy a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
They did not sell out a day of Comic-Con, I think, until 2004. And that was the first time they closed for purchasing the day, on a Saturday of 2004, I think it was. They closed for sales.
If you are in the checkout process right now, be aware that preview night could sell out while you're in the middle of checking out.
So yes, that's a great point. So if you're in the middle right now, try to be quick. If it tells you things in your cart have sold out and won't let you go any further, you will have to click the little red X beside it to remove it from your cart before it will let you continue. But again, only do that if it gives you an error, when you try to proceed.
Right.
Yep.
It is not sold out as of this exact second.
Just running low. So you'll want to not dilly-dally.
Yep. Stickley asks, when is that hotel reservation date, or when should we start worrying about hotels? So we don't know the dates. Early bird will be sometime in the winter. So typically that's either December, January, sometimes February. Because, gee, that's what winter is, Carrie. Yeah, so it will be sometime in the winter, and then the general hotel sale is typically April, and I don't know. I feel like that timing is probably not going to change, but we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah. Glenn said, I honestly don't recall how we got Tix our first year in 2011. So that was the year of Ticket Leap.
Oh, yeah.
So you may have blocked that out from your memory because of trauma.
Where they did 4 sales.
Yeah.
They did 1 fail. They did a second try fail. They did a limited sale to test the system, and then they did the real sale.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Woo. That was the only year we were with Ticket Leap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That little frog went away really quickly.
Mm.
Yep.
So anyone who thinks that this Hewitt system is terrible, it could be worse.
It's so much worse. Oh my God.
It could be worse.
All right, Adrian got their ticket. Nice. DM Productions. What is preview night? It's a chance to shop on the floor and wander the floor with nothing else going on so that you can only concentrate on the show floor itself, the exhibit floor.
Yep. So let's talk timing again. So preview night will probably sell out here pretty quickly. We already know the inventory is running low, so I would expect that to sell out at any time. The next thing that will sell out is Saturday. So last year, again, that took 64 minutes into the sale to sell out and 65 in returning registration. So basically the same. So right now we are looking at probably another like 20, 25-ish minutes until that sells out. So if your time is under 20 or 25 minutes, you probably have a pretty good chance of getting Saturday. If it's more than that, maybe not. Friday took 75 minutes last year and 70 minutes last month. So again, roughly the same. But then there was a big discrepancy between Thursday, which last year took 106 minutes versus 84 in returning registration, and Sunday, which took 113 versus 89 last month. So, but yeah. That is typically the order that things sell out. So if you've got anything under 20 minutes right now, I think you still have a shot at Saturday.
Deb Japan asked, my phone is winning on the Toucan War versus the computer. Any advice when buying on the iPhone? Just that the site is not really optimized for mobile, so just be careful. And just remember that some buttons are like up in top corners, and just keep an eye on things and be careful. Take your time. Go quickly, but be careful.
Yes. Okay, so Rivera family said happened again for a buddy. He was next in line and got booted to over an hour. That sucks. I'm sorry. So again, if you run into that or any other kind of issues, take a screenshot, contact Comic-Con International. They may not be able to do anything, but it never hurts to try. Sometimes they do. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're seeing multiple people with the same issue where the countdown is getting close to the end, and then when it refreshes, it goes to more than an hour. That is something that we don't know why it's happening. That's an error on their side, and so send some screenshots and use the contact page on the Comic-Con site and see if they can do something for you or not. We don't know.
Yep. Agreed. Jay Peterman said 5 minutes. Preview night is now teasing me. Dare I dream? I mean, you can dream whatever you want.
Yes.
We are not here to stop your dreaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's sold out. It's just preview is low. So as people are purchasing, it's getting close to selling out.
Yeah.
And
we are actually over last year's time for preview night, because that was 42 minutes and we're at 44 right now. So
they must be slowing. I think they're slowing more down. I think they're slowing a lot when it gets closer to sold out. I think they're slowing down a lot more than they have in the past to keep it running smoothly.
Yeah. Yeah. Becca asked, where did it say that preview night is running low? Comic-Con tweeted it.
And for a while, it was also on the last message update at the bottom. The little word balloon.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the 9:37 update, I believe. Bixby says, pro tip, do not have multiple tabs in the same browser. Yes. That is not so much of a pro tip as just a tip. Just, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay, is preview night sold out?
Yes, it is. My page has just updated.
All right.
At 9:46 a.m.
Yeah, and Comic-Con just tweeted, so I'm going to retweet.
All right. So just a few minutes, 4 minutes longer than last year.
Yep. So again, the next thing to sell out will be Saturday, which I would expect to happen here in roughly 20-ish minutes. So if you've got anything less than 20 minutes, I think you have a decent shot at getting Saturday. The Pop Baron said, I'm hearing a lot of people having a hard time finding the preview night add-on. I'm telling them to watch this live, but they didn't listen. Yeah, they could have also read our visual guide, which we definitely post, but yep.
Nothing else is sold out.
Yes, nothing else is sold out. Preview night's the first thing to sell out. The next thing traditionally is Saturday.
It's always Saturday.
And that will be in roughly 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If we're going on the same timeline.
Same amount of time since, yeah. And I'm not David says, I just realized my VPN is on, and I wonder if that's why some people are getting kicked back to over an hour.
Yes, that is a great point. I am almost positive even that there is verbiage in the member ID.
There was.
If you have a VPN, turn it off. So, yes, turn that off.
Folks still wanting Saturday. Don't give up hope. You got time yet.
Yeah. Should I be worried that it says more than an hour, but the toucan is almost at the middle of the bar? So honestly, I think no, especially if your toucan is that far along. It's what is probably going to happen is here relatively soon. Your time is going to jump way down. So to me, I think that's a good thing.
He's in. I'm not David is in, even with his VPN on. It's not a guarantee it's going to cause problems. It just can cause problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's it's not the issue that's happening to everybody. It's just it'll cause problems with some people, and some people it won't. If you don't know what a VPN is to turn off, don't worry about it. You don't have one.
Yeah. You would know for sure.
Yeah, don't refresh the page.
No
refreshing.
Don't refresh.
It refreshes for you.
Don't hit the back button. Don't do any of that.
What would be an itinerary? Stickley asked, what would be an itinerary you guys would do if you only get 2 days or even one?
So
Honestly, I mean, it'd be go all 4 days and just do offsites and have fun around the town, right?
yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Like, there are so many offsites. So the best way, in my opinion, to score like access to offsites is, quite frankly, just to make sure you're following along with our site, and especially Twitter. I know not everybody loves Twitter, but it's got the best instant notifications, in my opinion, because offsites typically sell out quickly. But yeah, even if they sell out, though, almost all of them have like a standby line, so there's so much fun to do outside of the convention center.
And you can go to the beach, go to the zoo,
Yeah,
go up to Disneyland, as someone mentioned in the chat. Go up to Disneyland for a day. There are so many things you can do while you're in town. You know, it's a celebration. It's a fun. It's all of downtown becomes Comic-Con basically. So
yeah,
you know, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
best week of the year, man.
Mm-hmm.
Still seeing a lot of people who are getting Friday and Saturday. This is great news.
Andy says, don't forget the museum and Legoland as well.
Yep, absolutely.
All the museums in Balboa Park.
Yep. Felipe said, managed to get in, and I had a VPN on, by the way. I just got Friday and Saturday. So sounds like that might not have affected everyone, but I mean, it also sounds like it possibly did affect some people. So I think moving forward, like for these sales, if you do have a VPN, I would just turn it off.
No harm in removing one potential hurdle.
Yeah.
Just
absolutely.
in case there's a hiccup.
Yeah, Black Science says, I only use Twitter during con specifically. It gets deleted on the last day of off my phone.
And that is totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely fine. We get that.
Yeah, because I mean, it's definitely the key thing to use during the show, because it's right there, live updates. You can have notifications on. It's great.
Yep.
And that's how we do Prize Mule too. So
Yep.
if you like winning stuff.
Yep. And Prize Mule will return.
Yep.
So Iron Soul said, so the VPN can confuse the cookie as IP tracking, so it could potentially invalidate your cookie. Okay, well that makes sense to me.
Yep.
So yeah, that's just an explanation of why the VPN could cause an issue. Tactile MDS, hi, do you have the salt times for last year? This feels longer, so we've gone over them several times, so we can go over them again real quick. Yes. Preview night last year sold out in 42 minutes, 32 minutes of returning registration last month, and 46 minutes today. So a little bit longer, actually, than last year. Saturday last year took 64 minutes versus 65 last month in returning registration. Friday, 75 minutes last year versus 70 minutes last month. Thursday, 106 minutes last year versus 8. And Sunday, 113 minutes last year versus 89 last month. So, yeah.
And we are at almost 55 minutes.
Yep.
So we would expect Saturday, anytime the next 10 minutes to start running low.
Yep.
My blue behind the toucan is now about an inch. More than an hour.
Your bird just does not want to fly, man.
I'm going to be sitting here after everything's over, just watching it. It's going to stay live. Just put it on the screen. We can all just sit and watch it. Even after everyone's done and the sale's over, I'll still be like halfway.
Yeah, your luck is not. It's not great, James.
No.
We say that, but I'm like, you get you get like everything you want in the lottery. Like
not everything. I do get I get a lot of good stuff in the lottery. That's for sure. I do
almost everything.
Yeah, I get stuff in that for sure. I have been lucky over the years.
Yeah. I, meanwhile, have still never won a single thing.
I think so. It's honestly 1 year I think we didn't get anything, and that was it. But every other year we've gotten at least one thing in the lottery between Beth and I. So it's
SDCC Ray said they know you're not going, James. So like, what's the point? Ticino and Bacon said, I bought a ticket for myself and a friend, but only mine shows up in my email. So I have definitely, I feel like we normally get like a recap email for what we purchased, but I have not gotten that. So they may only just be sending like, you have a badge, here's your barcode emails right now.
Yeah, Ray says, I have the same blue and time amounts as James, but I want to go. Well, I wish it was going better for you.
Yeah, I do too. Who do we email again if we get to the end of the queue it and get reset? No VPN. So go to Comic-Con site, and if you scroll to the very bottom, there's like a contact button that will take you to a form, and you can fill that out to contact Comic-Con. Again, they may not do anything, they don't always, but sometimes they do, and it's always worth at least trying. Jessica confirmed other attendees will get an individual email with badge confirmation when you purchase tickets for them.
And remember that they will charge the card used on the initial purchase within 72 hours, but each person, if you bought them for other people, can go into their member ID after the sale is open and put their own credit card in on their badge and do the purchase themselves. They just have to do it before your card is charged.
Yeah. And after the sale is completely over and the site is back to normal.
So basically just tell them do it sometime tonight, sometime tomorrow. That's fine. They shouldn't charge cards until closer to the end of the second day into the third day.
Okay. And we will post our link to the guide to how to pay for.
I'm gonna do a thing. Hold on.
Carrie's doing a thing, everybody. Let's hold on.
Congrats to Neo. Their buying group just got all their badges. That's good.
Nice.
Dwight says, I'm 64. Am I too old to be going to Comic-Con? Absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
No such thing.
Okay, so hopefully you see my tab. So payment. So if you want to pay within the portal, here's what you're going to do. You have to wait until the sale ends, because right now you can't just go log into the member ID. It's a waiting room. But when the sale ends, you will be able to log in. When you do that, you can go in, and then you're going to go to your account dashboard, and then you're going to click My Notifications. From there, you will see something that looks like this, where it will show you balance due, whatever the balance is, and then a button that says Pay. Now, here's where people absolutely get confused, okay? Is you will see something that looks like this, where it'll have...
Carrie, are you sharing your screen?
It says I am.
I'm not seeing it. Is anyone?
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Let me try this again. Okay. Now do you see it?
Now
No.
I have to do that.
Well, now I do. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's try this again. Okay. So when you get in, again, you're going to go to your account dashboard, then click My Notifications. Okay. And you will see a thing that looks like this with a button that says Pay over here. Okay. Then you will see a thing like this. And this is the part where everybody gets confused because it's kind of clunky. So it will break out whatever days you got, and it will have this. You have to fill out the amount. So if that says balance $100, you have to type in 100 and then hit add payment for each day. And the reason that this one is more than that is because they just like randomly add that $15 like fee to one day. But you have to do that for each day, okay? But then after you've done that, you can like check out like normal.
Okay, so
and then
let's
you
do
pay.
some quick hits here. Someone, let's see, where is it? Jamie says, "What if I'm 102? Am I then too old to attend Comic-Con?" Absolutely not. Let's see, there were some other ones here about how the hotels. There's something about hotels, I think.
Yeah, somebody was asking how Comic-Con keeps the hotel rates low. And that's because they work tirelessly to negotiate with these hotels to offer a percentage of their rooms for no more than X number of dollars. I can't remember what the price, it's the $300 and some a night. But they work year round to negotiate with the different hotels.
It's
so
contract. Yeah, it's a contract that lasts a certain amount of time, and so they have to keep renegotiating every time to get those rates to keep them low.
Yes.
And hotels can join or abstain from being in that block if they so choose.
Yeah. So they work with like the San Diego Tourism Authority as well to get all this negotiated, and that's always like a big block. Each year or every couple of years, to Comic-Con agreeing to stay in San Diego. Like this is part of their negotiation. So again, we're very grateful that this is part of their negotiation. They used to actually, like David used to like go on the record all the time to talk about this, like in interviews and stuff. And I kind of wish they would do that again. Like put the hotels on blast again, guys. Like let people know like you're trying to get the low rates, like, and it's not on you. So yeah,
because like we mentioned before, the hotels would typically use going rate, market rate, their rack rates as a starting point for what they want to charge. So if they think they can get $600, $700, $800 or more a night, if you go straight through them, that's what they're going to charge.
Yep. So again, it is truly, in my opinion, one of the very best things that Comic-Con does for attendees, and we're very grateful.
And we absolutely understand that even at a discounted rate, like it's still a lot of money, especially when like us, you're spending the majority of your day outside or at the convention center. Yes, spending $300 to rest your head at night is still a lot, but it's a lot better than what it could be.
Yes.
And there are deals to be had on the Charlie line. The early bird hotels are quite a bit cheaper and sometimes have some amenities like free parking or free breakfasts. Some of the farther out hotels that are on the Charlie line that aren't part of the early bird block, there are deals to be had there too.
Yeah. And I also just want to say, like, if you are like me and getting into town early, look at rates outside of the system, because like the rates are astronomical outside the system for like Wednesday through Sunday, but other nights, like you can get a pretty good deal. Like I already have a hotel booked for like Friday to Wednesday, and I got, in my opinion, a very good deal. So if you're getting into town early, like it never hurts to check those prices.
And like Ron Romero says, why would a hotel abstain from being in the Comic-Con block? That's because there are people out there that are willing and able to pay full price.
The only time I can remember one of the major hotels not being in the block was about a decade ago. The Manchester Grand Hyatt was not in the sale because they actually had another convention that they were hosting that weekend, and so they were saving all of their rooms for that convention that was being held at their hotel.
Yeah. So I mean, why would hotels abstain? Is basically because, like she was saying, they know they can make more money like outside of this. So again, like it's great for us that Comic-Con does this, because if you left it up to the hotels, like the hotels would absolutely be charging everybody $1,000 a night.
So straight to VHS was doing it right today. No problem getting badges from my phone while waiting in line for a ride at Epcot.
Oh my goodness. Amazing.
Living the dream over there.
Wow.
So I've seen several people in the chat now ask about WonderCon. WonderCon is Comic-Con's smaller sister show in Anaheim in the spring every year. And it's a really fun show. It's definitely like we usually call it Comic-Con Light. It's the two biggest selling points of WonderCon are its cosplay, which is amazing, and its Artist Alley, which is also amazing. It definitely like doesn't have the Hollywood star power that San Diego does, but there's always panels every year like that have some celebrities. They get very good guest lists. So yeah, it's absolutely worth your time, especially like if you're already in SoCal. I love WonderCon.
Yeah, it's a
good
fun
show.
convention. Last year, you know, they got Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane to do a panel together and a signing. So there's always stuff going on at WonderCon, and it's easier to get to. It's easier to attend. It has a lot of the same
There's no
feel.
stress.
Yeah, there's the same feel of Comic-Con, of it being a Comic-Con kind of show, but none of the stress of the similar stress of it.
Yeah, no, WonderCon's a very good time. I love WonderCon. Mayfair 5x5 said hello. My son created and verified his member ID yesterday around noon, and his credentials aren't working. Do you know if there's a lockout like 24 hours before registration begins? Unfortunately, I don't know. There used to be, but I thought they did away with that. So you were actually, I think, the first person I've ever heard say that. I would just triple check that like everything is absolutely spelled correctly. If there's any like hyphens or junior or anything like that in the last name, like those matter. So
yeah.
So I am again like shocked that we have not had anything from Comic-Con about like Saturday inventory being low. So we are once again over last year and last month's timing. It was 64 minutes last year and 65 minutes last month for Saturday, and we are currently at 67 and no inventory is running low. So this may be a very long sale today, guys.
But I have things to do. No, I'm just kidding.
You have rides to ride at Epcot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, can you imagine?
I just have to be to the post office before it closes. That's the only thing I have to do.
Well, if you need to duck out, we'll flounder on without you. Maybe.
I think as long as I'm there before noon, which would be I still have 2 hours.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're still here in 2 hours, there's a problem.
Yeah.
There's a big problem.
And it could be just because it's slowed down. You know, they want to avoid issues as well.
Yep. Let's get the update on my toucan here.
Yeah.
1.5 inches, closing in on 2 inches, still more than an hour.
What kind of percentage would you say? Percentage of the whole entire bar?
Of the whole bar?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'd be lucky to be 20% right now.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. Tommy wants to take over for me. Sir, I'll send you the link.
You can pop on, Tommy. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, so still seeing tons of people getting all days. So this is fantastic. Hopefully you are among those people getting in and getting what you want. So on that note, I'm going to ask the chat, what are you guys like hoping is at Comic-Con this year? Like, what would be your ideal scenario? And it didn't have to be panels. Like, you could say, like, I want like great exclusives from Hasbro. You can say whatever.
Yeah, let's hear some good stuff.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, honestly, like, there is almost nothing we love more than uncovering like the puzzle that is Comic-Con. Because you start out and it's basically like Schrodinger's cat. Like, it could be anything, you know? And it's just so fun, like to have that jigsaw slowly come together.
Yep.
Yep. So somebody, Supercat said Avengers Secret Wars. Michelle Lee said she wants Severance. I also want Severance. I wish it had come this year. We got Hello Kitty, quicker offsite lines. Yes. Always quicker offsite lines. The boys.
Iron Soul's mentioning the new Star Trek movie that they just recently announced.
Yep.
That they probably barely even be, it may not even be in production by Comic-Con next year. We'll see.
Yeah. Mayfair's that I want Diet Coke back. Do they not sell Diet Coke in the convention center? I don't know.
Carpet. Somebody mentions carpet.
Don't get us started.
No, yeah. Carpet. Okay. Do we have Saturday inventory running low?
Okay.
Yes.
Here we
Oh
go.
yeah, I got that message too.
All right. Saturday inventory is running low.
10:10, 10:11.
Yep.
Yep. So that is 71 minutes into it.
Shannon, it says at this point they are hoping for getting a badge, and then after that, volunteers who know stuff and weather like last year.
Yeah, weather like last year. Oh yeah. I'll put all my hopes and dreams into that one.
That's fair. All right. Mayfair, clarify. The convention center only sells Pepsi products.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That is true. It does.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm a Coke Zero girl, so yeah, I usually have to bring it with me.
SDCC Ray mentioned better official SDCC merch. Please, guys. Please.
Take a... I'm not saying they have to copy New York Comic Con, but like just take a look at what they do and
oh my god, they're so cute.
Don't let fanatics do it. Like, yeah, not good.
No. Yeah, seriously, if you guys have not like seen the New York Comic Con merch, like it makes me so sad with jealousy because I'm just like, this is so freaking cute.
Yeah.
I like Mike Nelson's. I want Marvel to bring back comic book signings all con long like it used to be. That would be awesome. Like, come on, the people who create your comics are the reason why you have all of these characters and stories to make into shows and movies. So let's show them off. Let's bring in a bunch of comic artists and writers and all con long. Just have a signing schedule. Let's do it.
If you are in the queue right now, or if you are in the purchasing process right now, and you have Saturday tickets in your shopping cart, you want to make sure that you're starting the process to check out as fast as you can. Be swift, but also be accurate. It's entirely possible Saturdays could sell out. They are running low. If you find that you get a message saying that they have sold out, then you'll need to click the little X to remove them before you can continue the process.
I like some of the things in here. The return of Sergio Aragonis or the Comic-Con debut of Frank Welker. Frank Welker, I am surprised Frank Welker's never been to Comic-Con. That dude has been doing stuff for how long? 50 years? 60 years? I don't know. He has probably more IMDb credits than any person in ever. I'm pretty sure he's closing in on 2,000 if he hasn't already hit it. And Val saying, did you guys say that about Val? What Val said?
Oh, call me SDCC.
Yeah.
It's true though. Yeah. Well, again, New York Comic Con like partners with artists. Like I know Butts on Things has done like a shirt for them like the last 2 years. Like there is so many cute things they could do and like so many amazing artists they could partner with. Like, I wish.
Chris, has Jack Black ever attended Comic-Con? Yes, actually. Sometime in the past, Tenacious D actually did a concert in Hall H.
Yep. That is very true.
Saturday has sold out.
Okay. All right. So we are at 74 minutes. So we are definitely like running way slower compared to last year, at least for now. So the next thing that will sell out is Friday. And last year that took roughly like 10 minutes more after Saturday. So we'll see if here in a couple minutes we get a Friday is running low. But again, I also just want to point out that like this goes to show you that just because your time starts out with more than an hour when this first launches, like here we are 74 minutes into it before Saturday sells out. Like more than an hour at the start is definitely not a death sentence. Tommy pointed out that Jack Black was there for Kong. God, that was forever ago. Wow. Slow. Eric says slow is good. Absolutely.
Mike says,
Now-
can Tom Hardy come to SDCC, please?
Mike's playing to the hostess here. Can you imagine though, like what your weekend would be like?
Oh my God. It would, you know what though? Like, I don't think I would, I mean, he went for the first Venom and I didn't go because I wasn't into it at the time, but like, it would not have been as amazing as New York Comic Con because at New York Comic Con, like, it's so chill. I showed up 2 hours early for his signing and I was the first person in line. And I was like, this would never happen at San Diego. Like,
No.
never.
No.
No. So I held, you know what? I actually really did want to go to New York Comic Con this year, but I had tickets that weekend to Chapel Roan. So I have maintained my streak that I am only at New York Comic Con with Tom Hardy is.
Yeah. I mean, if Tom Hardy came to Comic-Con, then you would basically have your schedule of everything geared to get to Tom Hardy and then everything post Tom Hardy.
Correct. Yep.
I just want to point out that I think it was Lori Riley who mentioned Alex Pardee made an awesome SDCC shirt last year. Yes, Alex Pardee does awesome stuff all the time. That's what we want. We want more fun and funky stuff like that. That Comic-Con puts their official stamp on. Yes,
absolutely. And like yesterday's, I love their San Diego shirts every year. Like those are so good. So yeah. But yes, more of that.
Yep.
Insomniac asks, what do you guys wish doesn't come back for next year's con?
That's kind of a mean question.
That isn't. I don't know. I think there's room for everything. You know, like.
I hope whatever the process was for the Deadpool panel doesn't happen again. But like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Let's not do that.
Mike said Sabrina Carpenter should come for the new Alice in Wonderland. Oh my God, I would die. That would get me to Hall H, yeah. Oh no! Masm Kaiser said, just finished my registration at the last second. Saturday was sold out. So again, if that happens to you, you do have to click the little X to remove it from the card.
Stickley says, my bro said not as much Labubu's.
Don't be a Labubu hater. Come on.
I think that'll take care of itself. It is just the latest fad, so I think that will take care of itself. There will still be there, but they just won't be the it thing, probably.
Yeah. Paul S. pointed out that Ed Sheeran is performing at Petco on Tuesday. Yes, he is, which I think is awesome. I am all about like more things leading up to Comic-Con.
DM Productions, is WonderCon worth attending? Absolutely, especially if you love cosplay and artists, and because that is the two things that are really showcased at WonderCon. And if you like a stress-free Comic-Con light experience, and light in kind of all aspects. There are fewer the show. It's a smaller convention, so there's less vendors, less panels, less people. So, but still the same Comic-Con experience of a floor, tons of things to do and see, panels all weekend long.
We have two people asking, do we think Funko will be back? I mean, Funko themselves have said they don't know if they're going to be a company in 12 to 18 months.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of overstating it. They basically just put it in the risks thing for stockholders, and that's kind of something they have to put in there. And it's probably not super serious, but yeah, they're having issues, but I don't think it's we're dead in a year kind of issues.
I mean, if they don't want to invest the money in having such a large Comic-Con footprint,
I could definitely see them scaling back.
Yeah.
JG, where's the directions to have someone pay for their own tickets? There is a visual guide on our site.
And we will also repost the instructions after this on all of our social channels. So again, you can't
do it right now anyway.
Yeah. You have to wait until the sale's over. Because right now you can't just go log in your member ID if you want.
Yep. The new last updated message on the Queue-It page. Are you part of a badge buying group? Stick with trusted connections. If anyone in your buying group is found selling their badge, it will result in a cancellation of all badges in that order.
Yep.
Including yours. So yes, you want to make sure that you know the people that are that you're buying with and buying for. One bad apple could spoil the whole thing.
Yep.
Christine says my mic is hypnotic.
It is a little hypnotic. It does keep catching my eye every time it kind of changes. I'm like, oh, that's just the mic. Okay, it's just the mic.
It's fun. Do you think the Dragon Ball booth behind the Marriott Hotel will be back next year? I mean, I hope so. I certainly hope so.
I know folks were really disappointed about that. I'm sure it's not a cheap thing for them to do, but
no, I'm sure it's not either. And I mean, I'm sure honestly, if they have the budget, I know Bandai loves putting that on. So fingers crossed. I think if they have the budget, it'll be there.
SC Nurse says, any Trekkies going to WonderCon? If so, swing by the LA away team table in the fan tables area towards the back of the vendor hall. And I would like to reference that as the fan tables for different fan groups are always near the back of the hall at WonderCon. And a large majority of them are in the mezzanine at Comic-Con, where a lot of people don't go. It's kind of that in-between area. So, if you go to the back of the hall and go up the escalators to get up to the second floor, you go up and then up again. Go up halfway and then go look at all the fan tables there and then continue your journey up to the second floor, because that's where a lot of the fan tables are. And it would be nice for you to go and hang out and see what different fan groups are in your area.
Yeah.
That is always a question that people have. How do I get to the mezzanine? Where's the mezzanine?
Yeah.
You gotta go all the way to the back.
Yep. Still seeing lots of people excited.
Friday inventory is running low. Just okay, 10:23 a.m. Friday inventory is running low. That means if you are in the line to check out, if you've got the Friday in your cart, you're going to want to, as quickly and safely as possible, go get through the checkout process. If for some reason you try to check out and it says that Friday has sold out, you're going to have to remove Friday from your cart by clicking the little red X before processing. But Friday inventory is now running low.
So hopefully you guys have good times. And again, even if Thursday and Sunday is all you're able to grab today, those are two fantastic days. Honestly, almost every year, Thursday winds up being my favorite panel day.
Thursday is an excellent panel day.
Thursday is awesome, guys. Like
I don't know how they do it, but it ends up always being one of the most exciting days.
Yep, Eddie and Tommy and that whole team do a fantastic job. But yeah, Thursday is a great day. It's also a great day to shop the floor. Sunday is less so on the panel side, but it's a fantastic day for the floor. And again, like if you have even one day, you're in for returning registration, which means you've got a way better chance. So even if Sunday is all you're able to grab, I would still grab it. And look, as Adam just pointed out, George Lucas spoke on Sunday last year.
Yep.
So that was, like that's huge.
Ray pointed out another benefit of the mezzanine is they have a bay window kind of situation going on overlooking the convention center. So if you ever wonder how someone got, like, how did you get a picture of the show floor from up high? They probably got it from the mezzanine.
Yeah. I want to address this, actually. SDCC Ray said, do you guys think we'll have another social media mishap like the drone show? Sis told me and showed me the day before, but I told her that was the year before. Can't believe people fell for it. Not like thousands of people fell for it. Like so many people fell for it. So just know that like if Comic-Con's not posting about it and we're not posting about it, like there's probably
the official people involved aren't
or the official people involved aren't posting about it. Yeah, like just be aware.
Yep. Some things are too good to be true.
Yep. Anyone explain the $15 handling fee charge? Some see it, others don't. Maybe the fee only for those who didn't have buy and returning registration. Yes, I believe that's the case. Is like if you purchased a day in returning registration, you already paid the $15, so it's not going to charge you it again.
Now, I like what Bazinga 004 says. It doesn't exist if the blog doesn't say anything about it. I mean, I like that sentiment. I like to think that we're up on all things. There was something last year that we were pretty up on.
We definitely missed some things, but like especially if like something is prevalent on social media, but we're not posting about it. Like I think in that case, like you can probably assume that there's a good reason. Some stuff is for sure like we didn't even know it was happening until you get there, you know? Like
Pluribus is a great example. Or like the Predator thing. Like I only found out about that because I walked into that bar and was like, so you guys open this week? So yeah. Ooh. Did you just get in?
Yeah, I got in on another window.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, not even halfway over here.
Yeah.
Still more than an hour. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Yeah, this is definitely taking longer than
so because we are at, what are we at? 88 minutes is what we're at about.
Yep.
Friday's still running low.
So yeah, we are definitely like well over last year's timing.
Mm-hmm. By more than 10 minutes.
Overexposure asked, is Saturday sold out? Yes. Sold out yet? Yeah. So preview night's gone, Saturday is gone, and Friday is running low. So still seeing folks getting through.
Yep.
Stickly asked, in your experience, how hard is it to get a hotel? So that depends.
Yes, and that's going to be changing too. This is
yes. So we can talk about this again a little bit.
Yes, let's.
Friday's out. Friday's out.
Oh, Friday's out. Okay, thank you.
89 minutes.
Thursday and Sunday still available.
Yep. So, hotels. There's 2 hotel sales. If you just want a hotel and you're more than happy like riding the trolley or taking Comic-Con's free shuttle, then getting a hotel is super easy. And my recommendation to you, honestly, would be to use Early Bird, which will launch here sometime in the winter. Those are, again, non-downtown hotels, so Mission Valley or the airport. They're prepaid. And then the other hotel sale is the general sale. So that process has been completely overhauled this year. And essentially, you will enter a waiting room just like you're in right now. But when you get through, it will be live hotel inventory. But you know how badges take a very long time to sell out? But that's because there's thousands, if not 100, there's thousands and thousands of them available. For hotels, there's only going to be a set number of rooms. So the inventory is not held until your payment finishes processing. So it can absolutely sell out in your cart. That's the part that for sure makes us nervous. Also new this year is that those hotels are also non-refundable. Now you do only pay for a 2-night deposit versus prepaying for the whole thing with Early Bird. But yeah.
And I would like to make sure we state clearly, there have almost always been hotels available somewhere in the group rates of Comic-Con all the way up until Comic-Con. It's just
Yes.
the ones closest to the convention do sell out and are harder to get. But the further away you go, the more likely there will be a hotel available.
Yes. I will say, though, the last couple of years, even the further out hotels, sometimes it has been difficult to gather up, let's say 4 nights together at the same hotel. But yeah, the ones that are going to truly be difficult are definitely the downtown hotels. Those are going to be the ones super in demand. And I hope that it all goes well and they let people through very slowly. So fingers crossed.
Early Bird doesn't have different prices than the normal sale. They're pretty much the same pricing. It's just that they're all the further out hotels, so they are cheaper than the ones that are closer.
Yes, and the biggest difference is that you have to prepay for the whole thing with Early Bird, and they also have minimums. So it'll depend on the hotel, but they might have a 3-night minimum or a 4-night minimum.
But then they'll sometimes also include amenities like free breakfast or parking or things like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to address this one for sure. SC Nurse said, I got screwed by a greedy Airbnb host a few years ago, so never again. So here's where we stand on the Airbnb is every single year we hear people who say, I used Airbnb and I had no problems. And if that's you, good for you. But every single year, we also hear from people who say, I booked an Airbnb and a week before the convention, my host decided they could get triple the rate. They canceled my booking and there was nothing left for me to book. And I was screwed. So it does happen. And I guarantee you that every single person who got screwed by an Airbnb thought, well, that's not going to be me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be different.
It happens. We see it on Twitter. Somebody saying, what do I do? Can you help me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only Friday and Saturday are sold out, just as an update.
Yes.
Thursday and Sunday are still available.
Yeah. Yeah. So I personally would never use Airbnb, but if you want to take that chance, we can't tell you what to do. You do whatever makes your heart happy. We just want you to be aware.
If you've worked with the same Airbnb year after year, or if your Airbnb isn't immediately downtown, if you're talking an Airbnb 3 or 4 miles out,
that's very different.
Yeah, that's completely different. The majority of the problems that we've seen have been the ones in the condos right downtown.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So Sam asked, still worth it for just Thursday and Sunday? So that's a personal thing up to you. But as we've said before, Thursday is an amazing day for panels, in my opinion. It's a great day for the floor. Sunday is a good day for the floor. So it really just depends on what you're into.
And if you want the expense of paying for the full 4 days of staying in town.
Right.
For the 2 days at the ends of the convention.
Yeah. I think if you're having to fly in and the expense of flying, or if you're a local and you're driving in, I mean, that's also completely different. I'm I'm in Iowa. I would fly in. It probably wouldn't be worth it for me as a regular, if I was a regular attendee, to go for just Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah,
like,
Sam is saying no. They're like, no, I'm saying that it is worth it. But like we're discussing for other people. Some people may choose that staying for 4 days is not worth it. So just get Thursday or Sunday. And as everyone's pointing out, and you guys have pointed out, Thursday is an amazing day. Lots of great panels. So like if you could pick one day out of the last 2 days, probably Thursday is the more filled day.
Yep.
So that would be the one to get, and then come down on Thursday and maybe stay for Friday as well. And then, then you don't have to pay for Saturday and head on out of town or go up to Anaheim and go to Disneyland or just whatever. Take a vacation for the weekend and go out of San Diego up further north and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah.
And if you have kids, Sunday is usually a very kid-friendly day.
Yeah, it's a definitely family day on Sunday.
Yep. So Ray mentioned, like, if you're willing to stay further out, look for hotels in La Mesa, El Cajon, Santee, in East County, and take the trolley. They aren't that far out, and there are many more options. Absolutely true. Seeing a lot of love for Thursday. I love Thursday. Like, truly, Thursday is like maybe my favorite day.
Yeah, and for some people like Matt, Thursday and Sunday isn't worth the cost of travel and lodging. So that's a personal decision, Come in, like I said, it's just all depends on what decisions you want to make and how much the cost is for you.
Yep. And what's important to you.
We were just saying that as content, going to Comic-Con for any one day is always great.
And don't forget that having 1 day makes you eligible for returning registration the following year, which gives you somewhat of a leg up in that you have more than one opportunity.
Yep.
I think, officially at halfway.
Oh my God.
Still more than an hour.
Will you get through before it's
97 minutes?
Let's see. Not through. Let's just see if it changes to less than an hour before it ends.
Oh, again, your toucan's like, no, buddy.
Yeah.
Not for you.
Rivera family got Thursday and Sunday. Great. And they were the ones who got booted early on. So being able to get tickets
Glad
is
to hear
great.
that.
Good. And then KT Cone also said, guys, I got the tickets. First time trying to buy the tickets, and it went so well.
Yay.
This is great.
Good.
We love that.
And I just want to thank Cast Play, who says that we are our rock stars. So thank you very much.
Don't worry, Sheldon. I don't need tickets, but it's just hilarious. I'm keeping it up just for the messages.
He just wants to win.
Like, and then
he wants to be involved. He wants to be part of it all.
As Beth says, I just like to complain.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
Beth knows you best, so
yeah.
Well.
Volunteering, dates of registration for volunteers. That comes up next year, right? I mean, they've done some. I think that's early next year.
Yeah, I think so. I'm less certain on the dates for volunteers. I'd have to actually go do research. Evan G said Christmas in November. That's right. We have decided today is Christmas. Christmas for Comic-Con.
Yes. Well, Comic-Con is like Christmas in July, so.
Yeah.
Some people go all out for the holidays. We go all out for Comic-Con.
That's right.
Stacy says it's January for returning volunteers.
Okay. Thank you, Stacy.
Oh, hey. 55 minutes for me.
You've got a time. Oh, we're so proud of you. So proud of you.
Does Comic-Con ever let you place an order after verification of a screw-up on their part?
So I have heard of the occasional time when like they have made it right. Now, again, I've heard honestly like way more times when it's like, well, Comic-Con and I heard nothing back. But you never know. So again, I always say that it is worth it to contact them. And if literally nothing else, like it lets them know about errors so that hopefully like they can research on their end to fix it in the future. So hopefully it doesn't happen to you or anyone else next time. So I still always think it is worth it to contact them. Insomniac619 asks, Carrie, when do badges ship? You know perfectly well that badges do not ship until mid-June. You know that.
I like Damien's suggestion for the blog party theme.
That's what I've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be fun.
I think it's a great theme. I think there's a lot to work with there.
I think so too.
I think ugly sweaters galore, but then SC Nurse says it's too hot for sweaters in July. So why
There's
don't we just have ugly
too.
Sweater t-shirts?
Yeah, there's that too. That works.
I'm like, guys, I already got like ideas for merch around that theme. It could happen, but who knows? Like something amazing could happen between now and then, and we're like, no, that's the perfect party theme. So who knows? Who knows?
Xavier asked, have you heard of people creating a member ID when they get into the purchase page? And then immediately after that, I Am Not David says, I got my tickets, but was creating an ID for a friend and her husband, and the website glitched out. So it sounds like maybe you can't make a member ID.
Maybe you can't. Okay.
Oh, parking. Stickley asked about parking. Parking is a lottery. Surprise, surprise.
We love our lotteries.
Next May, June-ish.
May usually parking. early May is when
Ace Parking will do their lottery where you basically submit your interest and then they will email out 2 groups. You get group 1 or group 2. And then after the 2 groups are purchasing for parking, then it will be available to the general sale. And so if you do not get into group 1 or 2, some parking will be available, but convention center will sell out. Usually
Bayfront will sell out.
Bayfront will sell out, that kind of thing.
But I think those are like the only 2 that have normally sold out the last couple of years before the general sale. So yes, that is definitely how you get parking. And don't forget too, like if you're staying at a hotel, like almost all the hotels do offer parking, but a lot of it's not free. So definitely do some research into your particular hotel.
Yep. Actually, my hack for parking for a few years when the hotels were charging something like $40, $50 a night is to actually book some airport parking for like $15, $20 a night and Uber from the parking. And that way it's fun, there you go.
So Rachel Sai in the chat, you said, yes, I made an account. So does that mean that you made an account today and were able to purchase badges today? Let us know. And then Levia Lubin in the chat said, I was buying for friends since I got 4 days plus preview night and returning reg. I was booted twice, but finally made it in to get them Friday and Saturday before selling out. So glad that you were finally able to get in. Sorry that was so stressful, but that's good.
But yes, back to what James was saying. If you don't need access to your car and your hotel is charging $40 to $70, which is not unheard of for hotel parking, airport parking is a much, much, much more affordable option. The pricing for Ace parking, that's just daytime parking. That is not overnight parking. Does anyone recall how much that was? Was that in the 20s, $25?
Yeah, depends on the location.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 25 to 40 or 45, I want to say.
Yeah.
Real quick, Rachel confirmed that she made an account today and bought the tickets.
Okay.
So, it can be done.
Hilton Gas Lamp non-guest parking was $100 a day last year. Woof. Woof, woof,
No,
woof.
thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, park out in La Mesa somewhere near at the trolley parking and take the trolley in. There's lots of options.
Yeah.
If you don't need your car.
Yes. If you don't need access to the car.
Ronan says a couple of my friends got badges for the first time, so congrats.
Yes. First timers. Hooray.
So we are right now at 104 minutes into the sale, guys. And Thursday or Sunday, typically Thursday, would be the next one to go. Last year, Thursday took 106 minutes to sell out, but we seem to be running like 10 minutes behind that. So,
Yeah.
So maybe here in about 5 minutes, we'll get the low inventory note. And then about 5 minutes after that, it'll sell out. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Elizabeth says the train is a fun experience if you live in California.
We know several people who travel by train down from Los Angeles.
Yep.
And use that.
Yep. Ray said my wait time dropped 17 minutes in the last 9, the most progress today. So again, like what's probably happening is as people get through and like friends get their badges, or maybe they had like two browsers open and they close them, like your times should jump up.
Yep.
And don't forget on the parking for Ace Parking, I think there's a fee per day.
Yes. Yes, there is. A lot of people are fans of the train.
I see people talking about, I mean, we're talking about all the prices, but honestly, I mean, if you, hotel prices aside, for the amount of content available at Comic-Con, it is one of the best value conventions out there.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
For sure. Especially when I think of, as a wrestling fan who likes to go to wrestling events and how expensive those wrestling events are. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You're getting 4.5 days worth of content at the price of one wrestling event ticket.
Yep.
Well, that's.
Yeah. And again, like we know that Comic-Con raises the prices every year, but not much. Usually like $5 a day kind of raising. And one of the best things about Comic-Con is that they're not pay to play. Like you buy your badge and like you don't get to buy a VIP experience. You don't get to like, there's not like photo ops and autographs and all that kind of stuff. Like you're not, every person walks into that convention with a badge and equal footing, and like the time and the effort and the research that you were willing to put in gets you the better experience, not money. And I definitely think there's something to be said for that. It's not about whose wallet is bigger.
Yes. I mean, panels start at what, 10 a.m. and go till, I mean, regular type panels go till like 10-ish at night.
Yeah.
And then there's movies and stuff playing 24 hours.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy. Can we really put a price on this Nerd Paradise? Bazinga.
Right.
Absolutely. Like I said, I have been going for 30 years, and even in the last few years, found new and fun things to do that I hadn't done before. So there's always something to do, always something new to see.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Gaming rooms. Yes. Gaming rooms run late also. You can sit and play games. See, Nurse, this year I'm not working the night after Comic-Con. I learned over a decade ago to take Monday off after Comic-Con. You have to have a recovery day. At least one recovery day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Arcade room. There's so many people keep coming up with more things to do.
Yeah.
Like all 24 hours of the con.
And that doesn't even include offsites.
Charlie asked, can you do Saturday offsite stuff without a Saturday badge? Absolutely.
Yep.
Most things do not require a badge for the offsites.
And the ones that do, like, it's basically as long as you have any badge. Like, you don't have to have a badge for that specific day.
Yeah.
Lawrence goes to Vegas right after Comic-Con. Lawrence, that's crazy. How do you have the energy? You must be young.
The post-con letdown is so real.
Ugh.
Con-wee.
Yes, con-wee, post-con blues, not great.
Technically, I went to Vegas right after Comic-Con.
Oh, that's true. You did. Yeah.
You went on vacation after.
Yeah.
It was vacation, not going to Vegas.
Yeah.
No.
Bazinga discovered the fun escape rooms in the gas lamp this year. Yay! We love that escape room.
Yes, the escape game. It's really fun. If you guys have not had a chance, like, it's a good time.
Johnny asks, why am I and Comic-Con on a break? Mainly money and vacation time. I want to actually take real vacations, and so I need both money and vacation time for that. And Comic-Con usually eats both of those.
Yes.
So that's mainly why. Secret reason. Here's the secret reason. BTS is back off their military service, and we are and my wife wants to go to lots of concerts, and that takes lots of money. So
that was going to be my next question, if there were any BTS
allocation of funds.
BTS allocations, yes.
BTS is being allocated next year when they're announcing their concerts. But it's also we want to go on a real vacation,
which is fair, more than fair.
Absolutely.
I get that.
Yep. I know my husband is taking a few days off from Comic-Con this coming year. We're coming out, we're flying out separately, which will be new for us, but
yeah,
he has much more limited vacation time than I have. I'm much more flexible in the time I have available, and we want to do potentially do SummerSlam, WWE SummerSlam, which would be like the week after Comic-Con. So he's going to prioritize taking time off for that, and I'm going to come out to Comic-Con.
Hang out with us, Aaron.
Yes, yeah. We typically come out on Sunday together, but I think he's not going to come out maybe until Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. So
I'm going the opposite direction.
Yeah, you're going longer.
Yeah, I've been doing Saturday the last couple years, but after this year, I was like, nope, we're doing Friday next year, so I'm coming one day earlier. Yeah.
Got to do the whole week and a half.
Yeah.
Yep. I like seeing the wraps and stuff go up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
mine might actually make it in at this rate because it's going so long. Sylvia asked if Beth got all the BTS toys that were available from the Happy Meals. Actually, her family in Michigan, I think, got them all, and so they're going to mail them at some point.
That's cute.
Matt Magoon would like to know the timing for the sellout last year. So let's go over that again. Last year, Thursday sold out at 106 minutes. 84 minutes was the time for returning registration, and Sunday was 113 minutes, 89 minutes in returning registration this year. So we are
at 114 right now.
Yeah.
So we are over both of those.
Yeah. And we haven't seen anything about Thursday running low.
Mm-mm.
No.
Still folks getting both of those days.
Interesting. Carl says his daughter got Thursday and Sunday, but couldn't buy for him for some reason. Always interesting that when things, little flubs here and there that happen, little problems.
Yep.
So
but Carl's at 5 minutes, so he's going to
okay,
get in.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there was a message earlier saying that they're letting in people pretty slowly. So,
which is fine. Like, honestly, I would way rather sat here for 2 hours versus like the system freeze and crash, which has happened before. So 2 hours is fine.
Yep. I like SC Nurse says once July hits, it's like a part-time job trying to keep up with all the offsites. It is. Yeah.
You should try things on our end.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually take extra time off of work just to work on blog stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can do that. I pay an employee to work for me.
There you go.
So I can work on blog stuff. I'm a terrible business person, though.
No, well, I mean,
that seems like a really good business person.
Yeah.
Instead of leaving the work for later, you actually put someone in there to take care of it.
Yeah.
I do have a wonderful employee, and they're more than happy to get a few extra hours in July.
Comic books will just sit. They'll wait.
They'll wait. Customers will wait for them. No, they will not.
It's Wednesday. Where is it?
It's tough too because July is like a big month for comics. Like it's everybody likes to get their stuff out around Comic-Con. Comic-Con week is like one of the biggest weeks of the year for comic book releases, and it's the month I'm checked out the most, like mentally checked out. So I do feel bad about that sometimes. I do the best I can. That's all I can do. Freddie Voices 213. This is so weird to see it going this slow. It is a little weird. It is a little weird, but I will say that it's good that it's taking this long and everything is going relatively smoothly. Like if this was a nightmare situation where things were going poorly and they're just trying to eke through and they're not calling off the event and rescheduling it for another time, that's probably
and honestly,
a good thing.
This is the energy I want us to bring to the hotel sale. Like, let's make that sale last like
slow and
3
steady.
hours. Like,
slow and steady.
Let through like 5 people at a time.
Toucan update, 13 minutes.
Ooh, I think you might do it, James. You might just do it.
We'll hear the sound.
Yep.
And then it'll be like closed.
Yeah. All of a sudden, they'll be like sold out.
Yep. Yeah. This for sure is slower than normal. I was also just thinking like where I live, we have a tornado siren every Saturday at noon. And like for me, that was an hour ago. And I'm like, it used to be like that would happen like as we were ending these.
Yeah.
Like,
but no, it's in 2 minutes.
mm-hmm.
Right?
No, it was an hour ago.
Oh, an hour ago, right? Okay.
Like it happened like a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
TK asked, I was in a group that got tickets. I saw them all, but when I went to check out, I could only do one at a time. So I paid for one. Will I see the others after they close the sale? Yeah, you only enter the credit card once when you're checking out. And that's it. And then they now have the opportunity to put their own credit card in after the sale ends later today, tomorrow. Otherwise, your card, the one card that got entered, will be charged for all 3 within 72 hours.
Yes.
Let's talk about that a little bit more in detail too. I know there were some messages on Twitter about that. So you'll be able to go in, but it won't be until after the sale ends. So you're not going to be able to do it right now. It's going to be a little while after the sale ends. We'll be sure to tweet when it opens it back up, but you'll be logging in, and we'll also tweet our link to our step-by-step guide to this. But you'll be able to go in. Each person will be able to go in and pay for their individual badges if they should choose to do so. If they don't, sometime within about 72 hours, usually just before 72 hours, they'll automatically be charged to the card that was used. So if people want to pay using their separate cards, pay themselves, rather than having it all go on the one person's card. That's entirely possible, but that won't be until after the sale ends.
Correct.
So can't do it yet. Take a break. Come back later.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lori, even though you spell Riley wrong. Wow, this is taking a really long time to get to
It is.
A little
Sunday
odd.
and Thursday.
Maybe more people are thinking that those aren't the days to go. However, you'd think that if a lot of people after this Friday sold out, if a lot of people just decided it's not worth it for me to just to get Thursday and Sunday, they would have dropped out of the queue. And then times would, for folks like James, would have sped way up.
Yeah.
But that hasn't happened.
Yep.
Sebby Webby, it says it's my turn, but it hasn't redirected me to the website yet. Am I doing something wrong?
So give it some time. I feel like on one of my windows, it took like 90 seconds before it, like, after it said, like, it's your turn, before it, like, actually redirected me. So just hold tight. Now, I mean, if it's been like 10 minutes, like, there's probably a problem. But if it's just been a minute or two, like, just sit tight.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so we talked about this earlier, but I'm going to address this again real quick. Sean McDonald said, would you recommend booking an Airbnb after getting badges today? And the short answer is no. So we hear from people every single year who have issues with Airbnb specifically, where, like, and for the most part downtown, where, like, they book an Airbnb and then a week before the convention, their host realizes, like, I can cancel this and make 3 times the money if I just relist this. And then the person whose reservation they canceled is screwed. An Airbnb typically, like, doesn't do much to help you in that situation.
No.
So there's just, you are less secure in that sort of a situation. I guarantee you that every single person who that's happened to also thought, like, well, that won't happen to me. So it's up to you, like, if you're willing to take that risk, but definitely be aware that that is a distinct possibility and it happens every year.
There are successes, but there are also issues.
Yes.
I mean, I think on our team, I think Johnny is a regular Airbnb user. I don't think he's ever had any problems.
Yeah. I mean, there's absolutely people who do it and are just fine. You can't guarantee you're not going to be the one that's not. And I personally would not be willing to take that chance, but it's up to you.
I haven't done it since, I think 2008 might have been the last year. 2007 and 2008 were the 2 years I used Airbnb, and I booked with the same person both years. And the second year, I think it was 2009, I went to book again. I booked it and he canceled it. Luckily, I had also booked a hotel as a safety net, but I know not everybody.
Just Hangin pointed out, Gaslamp Hostel is a great option if all you need is a bed and a shower and a safe place to be at night. And in fact, the last 2 years, they've actually, like, given us like a 10% discount for our readers. And they probably will again. So yeah, that's also definitely an option if you don't care, like, that it's super fancy.
If you're going to spend a lot of time in the Hall H line or in the next day line to get in, you're not going to spend a whole lot of time in your room and you just need a place to have your stuff and to shower, why not?
Yeah. As several others have pointed out, also, like, if you're okay not being downtown, like, early bird's a great option.
Yes.
There's, like, no stress in booking those hotels. It is prepay, and you can't get a refund. It's non-refundable, but you got a hotel. You'll be on the free shuttle route.
Mm-hmm.
No stress.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there is something to be said for staying at a hotel that isn't like right downtown and at the hub and super, super busy and also super, super loud. You know, having a nice calm place to go back to.
Yeah.
Especially on the shuttle route when they use those like fancy touring buses and it's all air conditioned and you got like a 20-minute ride back to your hotel and you're after a long day of walking and you're sitting in those cushy seats and closing your eyes a little bit maybe.
Or just talking to, if you happen to be with someone, talking about the day you had and the things you saw.
Absolutely. And I mean, let's all be honest. None of us spend that much time at our actual hotels. Like,
No.
none of us.
No. Although I think either this last year or the year before was the first time, I think, in over a decade, I slept in my hotel all 4 nights. I had slept out on in a line outside? Like almost at least one night every year for so many years in a row. You know,
I did that for many years, but not the last couple.
Yeah, no, for like whether it was Doctor Who or Marvel or whatever, there was always at least one night where I'm like, I gotta stay out. Doy says, my friend was able to get me tickets. Should I drop out of the line? If you don't need any more and you don't know anyone else who needs any more, then yeah, absolutely. You don't need to be in line.
Yep.
Caro Veros asked, I think I got the tickets for all days, but it didn't ask me for my card information. I already put my card info in yesterday in my ID profile.
So that'll be why, because I did the same thing. Like I logged in yesterday and like added my card, and I also was like, this felt like so much faster, and that's why. Is because if you're not sitting there like pecking in your credit card, like it's saved.
There you go. I am down. Oh my goodness, I am down to 3 minutes.
Oh my god, I think it's gonna happen.
What's going on?
This is definitely the slowest.
What is going on with Sunday and Thursday? It's like, what is going on?
I mean, this literally might be the slowest sale we've ever had. We'd have to go look, but it might be.
At least since these online ones started, right?
I think so. Like I said, I'd have to like actually go look, and I'm assuming we're not counting the year that like one of the sales like started an hour late.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then as soon as I get in, I'll be like, cancel.
Yeah.
Next person get one. Yeah. Christopher says Comic-Con is trying to force me to get a badge.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher asked, will it charge my card I just recently used to pay my last 2 tickets in October? No. So that card, like, well, maybe. So normally it will like remove the card from your account between the sales. So like it typically only saves it for like a couple weeks and then it'll like remove the card. But if you like didn't put in a card today, then it's probably still saved, even though I don't feel like that's what normally happens, but maybe.
What are we at? Almost 110. Oh my goodness.
So we're at 128 minutes right now.
That's wild.
Will I have to book out of here if it's not done in half an hour?
Yeah. Yeah, you might have to. That's wild, man.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to boogie here in a little bit, James, you just tell me like how to kill this thing when it's time, and I'll do it.
Oh yeah, because you don't. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to stay because I don't think you have access to the YouTube end stream button.
So you're stuck
here.
Then
we would just keep streaming.
Just leave the stream on.
Yeah.
forever.
We'll just go about our day with this running in the background. Do we, while we're waiting and before Thursday starts running low, let's talk again about the hotel change for the general sale. Let's talk about first how it used to run, and then the change that they're making for this year.
So it used to be, again, there's 2 sales, early bird, no change. For the general hotel sale, it used to be you would enter a waiting room, be randomized. Oh, is that, oh, no, that's my phone ringing. Yeah, so then when you would be selected, you would be taken to a form. Did you get in?
I think, yeah, that's me.
Good job. Good job. Do you feel special?
I do feel special.
Good. Good. Okay, so yes, it used to be you would enter a waiting room, get randomized, and then you would be taken to a form where you would fill out and say, like, here are the top 6 hotels that, like, I want in order. These are my dates. Like, this is all the information. If my top 6 hotels aren't available, like, this is what I want to have happen. You would submit that, and then some poor souls over at On Peak would sit there and do their very best to match you up to a hotel that you probably didn't want anyway. And then a week later, you would get assigned that hotel, and then you could either accept it and pay a 2-night deposit, or you could release it back into the wild. So now they're not doing any of that. Instead, it's going to be live inventory, which means you'll still enter a waiting room, and then when you are selected, it will just be the On Peak booking page with, like, here's your hotels. You can book it right now. The issue is that inventory is not held until your card has actually been processed. So there's a very real possibility that, like, you could say, I want the Bayfront, go grab the Bayfront, and as you're hitting, like, process payment, it spits back at you, we're sorry, this is now sold out. So then you go back. Okay, well, here's what's left. You try for another hotel. That could also sell out on you. Rinse and repeat until you get a hotel. So we're hopeful that they're going to let people through very slowly because, again, the biggest difference between something like that and this is that, like, some of these hotels have 200 total rooms available or less. So if you let through 1,000 people at a time, like, how quick, like, how many of those are going to sell out in the cart, etc.
Yeah.
So it definitely makes us nervous. The other big changes are this isn't a change, but it will still be a 2-night deposit, but there is no longer a refund option. So you used to have the option to wait up until a certain date and get, like, a refund. That's no longer the case. So if, like, you and a friend are both in the waiting room and trying to get a hotel and you get through at similar times, you guys better be communicating, because if you each book a hotel, you're in a little bit of a pickle. If that does happen to you, the very best thing that you could do would be to reach out to On Peak directly and explain the situation and hope that they will help you resolve it, which they definitely have helped people resolve issues in the past. They've got great customer service. But I mean, I think we're Comic-Con attendees. We don't like change. Like, right. It's scary.
The unknown. It's a fear of the unknown.
Yeah, absolutely. And, like, Comic-Con attendees handle change not as well as I think even the general person, because we're all nerds with social anxiety anyway, you know, we like our routines. So it definitely makes us nervous, but hopefully this is all going to work out. Hopefully
can we theorize a little bit about why we think this change is being made? I have a theory. But
I have a couple of theories, so let's start with yours.
My theory is simply just money. It's basically just that the way that it's done, they have to hire On Peak. On Peak has to handle all of this. It's a process that lasts from April through July, and Comic-Con has to pay for all that. And maybe by doing it this way, it will be less work for On Peak, So less man hours. So perhaps
I mean,
cheaper for
I would
Comic-Con.
for sure think it's less man hours because if nothing else, you don't have someone or at least like a computer program. But I've always assumed it's an actual human being sitting there like manually trying to like match you up to whatever hotel you want. So I think money likely plays a role in it. I agree with that. I also think that like they spend all this time and effort doing this, and probably, I don't know, like maybe I'm just throwing out a number, but maybe half the rooms, like people are like, well, I didn't want this room anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
because there are people who book multiple rooms. They'll book a room for themselves, and then whenever they see something good pop up, they book more rooms, knowing that they can get a refund. They're booking for other people. They're booking.
Not even that, but I'm like, I stay with Sarah, who's our graphic designer. Okay. Sarah and I both submit a form. So then when we get a hotel, like we are keeping one of those and one is like going back. Yeah. So
Thursday is low.
Okay. Thursday's low.
Okay, folks. So, Thursday's low.
I think the argument to be made here is like, you are getting a room that you have chosen. People complain every single year that like, well, I got a hotel, but it wasn't anything that I wanted anyway. So like, great. The power is now yours. Like, these are your options. You get to choose, but then you don't get to like blame somebody else.
Right.
So I think there's definitely like something about that is part of this. Yeah. I mean, again, it all just makes me nervous, but I sincerely hope it goes well. And
I think it'll definitely require more, better communication between groups of others. Yeah, roommates.
Yeah,
for sure.
Retro Skater asks, will SDCC blog do a live during Hotel Apocalypse? Absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Because first of all, I am also trying to get a hotel. Like you do not want to watch me in real time, like have a breakdown. You don't want that. I don't want that.
Yeah. Plus, if it's during the week.
Yeah. No, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah. Evan asked, would we still be able to modify the hotel reservation for a service fee until the deadline? No. Well, it depends on what you mean by modify.
Yeah,
so
like add a date.
That I think will be fine. What you cannot do is cancel it and get a refund. Unless you have some amazing excuse, and then, like I said, call on Pete. Don't call Comic-Con. Comic-Con's going to be like, we don't manage your hotel deposits.
Hands off.
Yeah. So. Xavier asks, give rooms only to badge holders. That is literally not possible. You have to consider, like, there are so many people who make this convention work that do not have a badge. That includes
that would include us.
Panelists. Yeah. Like I don't have a badge right now because they haven't opened up press registration, and they won't until like May or June. So like, do you think I don't deserve a hotel? Like maybe you don't. But yeah, it's not possible. Like panelists need hotels. There's so many people who need hotels that don't fall into that badge holder category.
Attendee badge holder.
Yeah, because again, like right now, the only people who can register for a badge are like you guys and maybe professionals. But yeah, like that's it.
Post office update. I just checked the hours finally. We're good. I can stay till whenever because it closes at 3.
There you go. Yeah. Sir Lister's Megas just says limit of 2 rooms. So does that mean I can get a room for myself and someone else? Yeah. Now they would like both be under your name, but you could always call on peak after and like see if they can change the room or change the name on the room. So
I imagine that it'll be similar to when you have to put your roommates in there.
Yeah, I think so
names. Too. You'll probably have to assign somebody's name to each room.
Yeah. Castplay asks, longer sale this year equals more badges being sold. I don't think so. Like, they've got a finite capacity that like has not changed. So I truly think they are just letting people through very, very slowly.
And, you know, also currently it could be just fewer people are able to attend.
Yeah.
Or it's just not on people's radar. I mean, we hear, since I do a lot of looking for information on social media, in the months of February, March, April, May, and even into June, there are always people who are completely shocked that the badge sale was back in November or in October and that they missed it. There's always people that are like, hey, I want to go to Comic-Con. I can't believe it's already sold out.
So I have a question for anyone still waiting. Like, what is your time right now? Because I just opened up a brand new tab and like it says 4 minutes for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is that? Is there not a wait?
It doesn't seem like it, right?
Right. Like, are we not going to sell out today?
Maybe not Sunday. I mean, Thursday's low, so I'm guessing Thursday will sell out.
I mean, they're normally pretty neck and neck.
Yeah, mine says 3 minutes.
Yeah, so does mine. This is new.
This is definitely new territory. No, that's what other folks, PDZR, saying they have 3 minutes.
Yeah, so wait, so like I opened up like a brand new browser that I had not used, and like it still shows 3 minutes.
Yep.
So
I opened up the same browser, but it asked me if I wanted to get back in line. And I said yes.
this is definitely new.
Yeah.
So because they said Thursday is low, I think Thursday at least will sell out, but maybe there's a world in which like Sunday doesn't. I mean, it will before like too long. It will before July.
Eventually.
Yeah, and people in the chat reiterating, you know, same thing. It could be the economy. People just not having money to spend a few $1,000s on a con this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Or not sure what things are going to be like next summer. Will they be in a position to travel? Will they be in a position to, you know, book a hotel, book and pay for a hotel?
So even if you don't think you can go, maybe this is the year you get in, so you're able to have a badge for a day and able to access returning registration for when you can go.
Yep. Eric pointed out that international attendees might be a big reason. That's entirely possible. Yep. So yeah, this is new.
Wild.
I mean, honestly though, like offline, I said to Aaron and James before we started this, I said almost everyone
Thursday sold out.
Okay, Thursday sold out. Almost everyone we internally knew like got a badge in the last badge sale, and I said I think like demand might be slightly down.
Crazy times.
Yeah. So the question here is, Sunday?
Yeah. How fast does Sunday go?
And does it go?
And does it?
And does it go? William said Sunday's low.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it says Sunday. It's in the thing for Thursday have sold out. Badges for Sunday are still
Sunday
available, but running low.
Yes, the tweets.
Okay.
It will sell out. It will sell out sometime in the next 15 to 30 minutes, probably, if not sooner.
But if you somehow like had not purchased a badge yet, like it sure seems like you can just pop here into this waiting room if you want.
I think it's just indicative of the current economy, the current thing. People have, travel issues, money issues.
Yeah.
Conventions are no
Unknown.
longer the top of the list for some people for things that they want to do. The diversification of nerd things across so many different platforms has made it to where conventions aren't necessarily the top thing. But the fact that Comic-Con is still the king of cons means it's going to sell out, where other conventions are not going to sell out or possibly even failing.
Yeah.
That's and you make an excellent point about James, about just the diversification of people's interests. I mean, you and Beth are perfect examples of that. You have a finite amount of time, you have a finite amount of money, and you're choosing to allocate your resources towards a different hobby for the time being. And other people could be doing that too.
Yeah.
There could be 50 different reasons. So, in case anyone needs anything.
I think we're good.
Oh, look at I don't need anything. Closing it back up again.
Yep, close that out.
So again, at the moment, Sunday is the only thing left.
Yep, Sunday's it.
If you don't have a badge yet, you can basically just like open a tab and like get in there and grab Sunday.
And there will not be another sale.
Nope,
They have not done returning badge sales, meaning like badges, canceled badge sales. They haven't done those for several years. Really,
since 2014.
Really, the only way would be to get the legendary membership for the Comic-Con museum. Yes, and then also they haven't done their charity auctions. They haven't done those. They didn't do those last year. 2 years, I believe.
Yeah, 2 years. I think their legendary membership replaced that.
Okay.
I mean, they probably realized like we can sell one of these versus like 4 eBay auctions. Yes. So on that note,
and not give money to eBay too. So
yes. So on that note, I want to address that real quick since we're throwing the word eBay around without context. Yes. So if you were not able to get all days that you want today, unfortunately, like there's no option really to go back and get them at this point. If you see a badge for sale anywhere, eBay, Craigslist, Facebook, wherever,
Vivid ticket seats, any of those online tickets, any of that.
Don't do it. Those are not viable. Like badges are non-transferable, and if it is found out that you are buying one, selling one, any of the above, like your badges will be canceled, as will anyone in your purchase group. Their badges will also be canceled. So don't do it. And just know that, like, if you weren't able to get all days that you wanted, like, there's always next year. And again, there's so much to do at Comic-Con. There's offsites. There's amazing things in San Diego. Like, there's so much to do, guys.
Yeah. But it's not worth the risk. I think it was in 2024, we had somebody who had purchased tickets from a site that looked an awful lot like Ticketmaster. And, it was all completely fraudulent, and there was nothing that could be done.
Don't do it.
No.
So you won't remember this, but I will say it anyway. When you do get your badge in mid-June, don't post a photo of it with your name showing for the exact same reason. If someone takes your photo and throws it up on eBay and is like, I have a badge to sell, you will be the one whose badges are canceled. They don't care that somebody just stole your photo. Like, if it's your name on it, like, there's no due process here. Like, you're done. So don't post a photo with your name showing. Be smart.
Yes. And let's roll it back a little bit. A couple of people in the chat have mentioned that volunteering is another option to get tickets. Yes, that is absolutely true. And a
is
great
it all
option.
sold out? Is it all sold out?
Yep.
All badges sold
Okay.
out.
Okay.
130.
All badges gone. So I show 129. So
129. Go with that.
we are precise here at the
Yes.
UBlog, Erin.
Well, I'm sorry for anybody who was still in the line to check out and is unable to do so.
I think
that's
almost everybody got at least one day who wanted it this time. It
I
sounds
hope
like
so.
very few people did not get tickets.
Yeah.
Insomniac 619 says wild registration this time around. Yes, it was a little wild. Yeah.
149 minutes.
That's
That's
gotta be
crazy to me. Yeah. 2.5 hours. Jesus. So, and I mean, that's so funny to say because it's like, well, for one, if they just let it be a free for all, like it would still be over in like 5 minutes. And any other convention would be thrilled to the moon to sell out in 2.5 hours. But yeah, very, very different experience. So yeah, this, to my knowledge, was in fact the slowest sellout time, like since they moved to online badge sales. So yeah. Whole new world. All right.
We're gonna have such a great time though.
We are. So hopefully, again, that means that we are seeing all of you at Comic-Con. Hopefully that means every single person was able to get at least one day. We cannot wait to hang out with you guys, to share all the news about what's going to be at the con. We will be doing our regular podcast season starting in May. So that will be, weekly. Starting in May.
And 2 special pre and post WonderCon episodes as well.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me of that. So real quick, I want to go over some of the timeline of what happens after this. So you got your badges.
What happens when?
What happens when? So the next thing that will happen should be early bird hotels, which again can be any time basically from like tomorrow all the way through like February. So keep an eye out for that. The downtown hotel sale it's basically for the last like 10 years, it's been in April. So I'm assuming it's probably still going to be in April, but with the new system, like maybe not, but I think it will be. Parking is typically announced in May. Like last year, it got announced on May 2nd, though. And like we were saying earlier, that's a lottery. So you sign up for that. And then badges don't ship again until mid-June. And panels don't get announced until exactly 2 weeks before the convention. But we will learn about like some panels leading up to the con. But the full schedule won't come out until 2 weeks before. So that's just kind of a snapshot of what all is going to happen. Go ahead.
First wave. I was just going to mention that first wave of guests is usually in late April or early May. But also remember that, Comic-Con doesn't announce guests, all guests. They really only announce their special guests that are going to have their spotlight panels. So you'll want to keep a look at our Under the Tents posts that we do. Anytime we hear somebody announce that they're going to be somewhere during Comic-Con or going to be attending Comic-Con in any capacity, we put it in there. So we'll be announcing anything we hear.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to address a few really quick questions in the chat. Michael Pia asked, how long before we can go in and pay? Since there's like basically no wait time right now to get through to the member ID, like just go log in now. Again, as soon as we hang up with this, I'm going to post again like the instructions for how to do this. So yeah, you can go pay right now. Pandora asked, friendship bracelet meetups happening in 2026. Definitely. That is here to stay. I have a massive thing of leftovers here that I'm for sure bringing all of these. So yeah, that's here to stay. And we hope you guys have a great Comic-Con next year and a Merry Christmas.
Yes. Have good holidays, safe holidays.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to wrap us up here, James?
Sure. Do we want to go through the whole thing or just the little bits at the end here?
I think we can just go through the little bits.
All right. So again, Carrie, you're online. Aaron, Bavarian Aaron.
Yes.
Online. Thank you to everyone for watching and listening. Thank you to Beth, who will edit this and get it for you who listen to it on the podcast. We are on iTunes. If you'd like to subscribe, the links are in the blog, or search for SDConCast. If you like what you heard so far, please review us. We are also on Stitcher and Spotify. Links are in the show notes. If you want to get a hold of us, you can send us an email at info@sdccblog.com. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SDConblog, or tweet us at SD_comic_con. Everybody, go have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful new year. Great holidays. Thank you all for listening. And everybody, go.